Greetings, friends! Welcome back to another adventure here on the Mercenaries of Mischief. I don't know where you are, but here at the production lair, it's cold out and snowing once again. But the action is heating up. Let's see if we can find Tommy tonight. First, Puck, any announcements for today?
Oh, I've got a few.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to dig right into them. First, I'm going to take attendance. We're going to start with, we got Jiren, Cretus, James Marte, Ryle Grimlick, Larissa Quill, Grilka, Axel, Alexis Fernan. Thank you for letting us know that you're all here. Announcements for today. Got a good show lined up for you today. Also, Trash Bin on Tuesday, but also, Asunder is here. We're going to go to this dying world with our good friend Adam Lawson, who's going to run a game on Wednesday night. So you're going to want to check that out. We got Duke coming back from One Shot Questers. He's going to be joining us from that as well. We've also got Autumn Ivy, who you've probably seen around. She's certainly doing the rounds, sharing our posts on the Twitter and all the social media, and we can't thank her enough for it. So you'll get to see her in person as well. And a lot of these folks out here as well. And I'll be in the audience with you guys, so we can all hang out together. So I get to step out of the DM chair for just a little while.
Also, quick note on that. Please, yes, everyone out there, share around the news. Make sure that the news of that show gets out far and wide, because Hero Forge, who sponsors this show, be sure to check them out and give them your support to create all of your miniatures, all of your custom characters. But they're sponsoring the first episode of the Asunder show. And if it goes well, they'll continue sponsoring them. So please help us get the word out.
Absolutely. Please help us put as many eyes on that show and this show as possible. And we appreciate everything that you do, dear audience and students. And also remember that you can influence the state of play. If you go ahead and hit tips, you can hear all about what you can do to influence the state of play from our good friend Nightbot. I believe that is all for today. If you please.
Roll the dice if you dare. Let's go and fight, protect, persuade, deceive. Let your party run free. Enter the world of mercenaries. Mischief.
A couple times, so.
Hey, if you guys are watching over on YouTube, let us know if everything's operational over there. Make sure I didn't mess something up.
Yeah, make sure we're functional.
I see the command is the Nightbot command coming through.
Oh, there it is.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, all right. No.
All right, looks like we're cool. So the systems are operational. Even the music is working. I wasn't entirely certain that it was, so that was a nice surprise for everyone. Now that when last we left our here. Sorry, wait. A reset. Hi. Well, it's Sunday night. Welcome to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I, of course, am your benevolent Dungeon Master Puck, and I am joined today by these fine Mercenaries of Mischief, our lovely matchmakers, our top service staff that assisted in what was a beautiful date with no mishaps whatsoever. And I will now introduce them in no particular order. Starting with Mr. Cashano the Quick, fresh off of his traumatic waitstaff flashbacks from last episode.
Still recovering.
That was some serious stuff, man. You got that 1,000-yard stare. Of course, we've also got our crusher of slugs everywhere. Miss Jabetta Falconot is joining us as well. And then we also have our bugbear annihilator, Norbog, joining us today, severing heads and breaking spines last session. And our fluttering, who actually used polymorph the way it was intended last session, and I'm so happy. We have Lilith Singer joining us today. I didn't have to look up any stats. I didn't have to get new tokens. But I digress. And then, of course, last but not least, we have our necromancy enthusiast, Penn Wright, joining us as well, master of the reanimated waitstaff. When last we left our heroes, they had completed a mission in but a single episode. That never happens.
Shade.
Wow.
They were asked by Nuvereem, the Drow Shadow Dragon Assassin, all of those titles, to help her get set up with one Kalizar Maldismith, resident wild magic sorcerer of the Avalon Knights Academy. Through a mixture of coercion and top-notch serviceability, the party was able to accomplish this task, and the date, though set upon by assassins, went off without a hitch. And it seemingly went very well. Once completed, Nuvereem did express that she had a friend in the Shadowfell, someone she could contact about information as far as the dealings of vampires, to perhaps help them track down their vampire friend Tommy. And she said that she would access this friend and report anything she finds to you guys. Now we join our party as they have returned to the Avalon Knights Academy. We're going to say you guys turned in for the night, and it's fresh morning. It's a fresh morning after the date. And you are now free to move about the cabin. Morning has arrived at the Avalon Knights Academy. Breakfast is being served in the crab shack. Everybody is milling about doing their work.
Anyone?
Who doing what?
You're muted, Lilith. I'm just saying, where do we start?
Hey, look, it's
Breakfast.
breakfast
is good.
presumably.
All right. Are we having breakfast together?
I assume.
I'm probably back in the library. You know, I've been catching up on world events and stuff. And after talking to those Tritons,
Yes.
I'm doing more research on like the history of Drow. The Drow
All right.
Navy threw me for a loop. Was not something I was previously aware of.
Very
So-
well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just in case
So
it comes
you
up
are
as-
continuing your research.
Yeah.
Could you do an investigation check for me to see how well that goes off?
Alrighty. Gonna be a 23.
Oh, that goes very well for you. So, I imagine that Cashano is familiar with the legends of one Drizzt Do'Urden.
Mm-hmm. There are many songs that
Yes, many songs indeed. There are some small alterations to this
Right.
legend as you research things. Certain adventures are missing. and so are certain enemies.
Anyone in particular? Anyone that would be of particular concern or note?
It's difficult to cross-reference at this point. You're just going through and you're like, these aren't... It's like the stories that you're familiar with have missing pieces as you paw through it.
Mm-hmm.
That is all you were able to discover at this point.
Okay. Interesting.
When searching through Drow history. Does anyone else have any breakfast activities? Any morning shenanigans that they may be getting up to?
Yeah, breakfast.
Breakfast? All right. Today, Cookie has it's slices of sourdough bread fried on a pan with the center cut out and an egg cracked into it and cooked on the pan in that and then seasoned and then delivered. And that's
what do they call that in Canada? Because here, my family's always just called that egg in a hole. But I've also heard like toad in a hole is weird.
Eggs and bread.
Eggs and bread.
I thought it was eggs in a basket.
Eggs in a basket.
I thought it was basket.
Weird.
But a simple breakfast, and then of course there are sides of ham and bacon as well available. Chopped potatoes and a collection of fruits. So you guys have your regular table, and you're all able to have a sit.
Cashano busts into the door of the crab shack. You guys, I found something.
It's brunch.
We found brunch.
A minute, like 2 minutes, just without world-shattering, whatever. Just
This isn't like
2 minutes.
world-shattering, but it's a little bit clarifying. So they're all. I've got to look further in because honestly, I don't have all of there's only so much one guy knows, right? But there's definitely big inconsistencies in very well-known stories. Where it came from, and he's like kind of his voice is point because talking about the fact that the world ended is something we're trying to keep quiet.
It's a bit of a faux pas.
Yeah. So, are any of you familiar with Drizzt? Legendary drow adventurer.
Are we, Sean?
Could we roll?
You can look if you roll a history check. I can tell you how familiar you are with anything.
Got a
Awesome.
13.
Yep.
Jabetta knows.
I got an 8. I didn't read none of that.
Jabetta knows.
I got a 6.
And Lilith knows.
Ah, bar tails.
Literally everyone else got an 8.
I got a 19.
I was like, yeah, the guy with the
Yeah, more or less.
early.
What about
Some of the people he was known for having defeated don't seem to have ever existed here. Or if they did, they at least didn't do anything that made them cross paths. I'm still looking into details, but the important thing of note is some of the stuff that we had planned, like Brightstone and Penn's family, we should probably do a bit of homework before we go about those things. They may not have happened in the same way.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
I thought
and I point to my parents who are eating breakfast together on the other side of the crab shack.
Well, yeah, that's why I sent his dog out to find out what the hell's going on.
Never eats with us anymore.
I'm more looking at the Penn thing. Penn, have you spoken to your family since everything?
No, it's just we've been so busy and
We haven't though, really.
no. I mean, before everything happened, I tried to send a sending home, and it never came back. But I haven't reached out since we've been here.
Was that
Mm.
here or there?
It was before. There was the before time,
Before
whatever you want to call
in
it.
the long ago. I would say reach out because there's an entire possibility that we may have threats or resources that we didn't.
Yeah. All right. I could call my family. I'll get right on that.
It's up to you if you want to tell them, or just like somebody from around there that would know.
The only person I know that's still around there, like off the top of my head, was my uncle, who you don't want me I don't want to contact him.
Or
In fact,
maybe you do.
I mean,
Maybe
you
a
don't
completely
know.
different
Look,
person here.
look at my parents. They're both alive and happy and together. What if yours is happy too?
And if it's not,
Maybe my uncle was pretty consistently in both timelines that I recall, like the issue. But I'll reach out. I'll see what's going on. Maybe Dad's not dead.
What about like someone who
so should he call you dad then?
don't they have staff or something?
It's been so long and so many different timelines. I don't know who's still there. But yes, I'll try to see what I put together. I left home a long time ago.
Do you not want to reconnect with him, or do you have family troubles like me?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, you know.
I mean, if he's not comfortable and wants to leave family life behind, we shouldn't push.
I at least should like go make sure they're not being killed, or the people in my kingdom are not being like, you know.
Oh, so do you care about them?
Yes, it's like that thing where you don't want anyone to be mistreated horribly or murdered, but you also may not love being around them. It's one of those situations.
And in the midst of this discussion, Philip walks over to your table and says, Gilberta, I need to put in a request for some extra gems. If you're sending students
2 minutes, Cashano, you started a whole thing and now everything is happening. What, Philip?
Is this a bad time?
No, it doesn't matter now.
I'm a little short on gems, so if you want to put something on the request board, you can put some students on it, so something.
What do you need, Jim? Are you just
For
out?
my jewel crafting, I'm running out of materials. I've made so many signet rings in the last 3 weeks.
Penn hides 10 signet rings on his fingers.
For what?
For new students.
Do they need to be magical or just gems?
Well, they can be enchanted. I need to leave some room for something on them, but it's important for students to have them as identifiers.
Oh yeah, did Lilith want to go raid a red dragon lair?
Look, you guys don't... It doesn't need to be you. It's not urgent. I'm just getting low. Put it on the request board. I didn't want it to be a whole thing.
Yeah, okay. That's great.
All right. Enjoy your breakfast. I apologize for interrupting.
No, it's fine, man.
I grab Philip's arm before he leaves and I whisper to him, when you put the request in, can you put a request for some extra moonstones and some extra opals? Because I need a present for some people who are getting married, and keep it a little on the down low.
I have some plans for that if you'd like to see me later about it.
I would, Philip. Thank you.
I wonder what they're whispering about over there.
I don't care.
Nothing. Shut up, Penn.
I don't care.
You could always ask, Ben.
I don't want to. If you're whispering, it's usually because you don't want someone else to hear it.
Kind of like what we're doing right now.
What are you whispering about over there, Penn?
Hey!
Gilberta, you seem like you're having a
Everyone is
rough
yelling.
morning.
Everyone was
What's wrong?
whispering, and now everyone is yelling, and I'm just upset about it.
Gilberta, why?
I'm just... Look, yesterday was a long day.
You crushed a slug. That's a great victory. You can be well known throughout the land as the Crush Slugger.
No.
No?
Slug Crusher might catch on better.
You necromanced. It was great.
We fought things. It wasn't boring for once.
It was still a little boring, I'll be honest.
What would make you happy?
It was like 5 minutes of whatever.
Do you just want to take a swim?
I always want to take a swim. That's not even a question.
Okay, go.
I don't, look.
You seem especially disturbed this morning. What's going on?
I just had Yesterday was weird. My fiance is gone.
What?
Well, she's off on a thing. She's doing a thing. It's fine.
Do you want me to call her for you?
She's fine. I'm sure she's fine. She can handle herself. I'm sure everything is fine. I just had a weird trance last night. Everything is fine.
Do you want to share?
A weird trance, like
No?
dreams.
No, yeah, like my trance was particularly, I don't know. Usually there's like a whole thing. Last night it was particularly vacant. I don't know. It's weird. Like there was like just nothing in my trance last night. I don't know it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just with the gemstones and something about a dragon. Whatever. It's fine. I'll just be over here.
So, you're worried about nothing?
Yeah.
Since nothing
The
happened?
lack of something is still something.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just weird when there's nothing going on in my trances. It's fine.
You might be overthinking.
I think because everything has been so world indie and crazy, now that it's not, my brain is just trying to fill in the shadows with more shadows, and so it's just weird. I'm just a weird spot. It's fine. Everything is fine. I've got a wedding to plan. I don't really have time for all of this.
Like,
How
when
is
your
the wedding
friend
going?
Is obviously going through something.
Uh-huh.
but-
How is the wedding going? Do you need any help?
It's fine. The invitations are picked and the decor is picked. We still gotta finish the temple. I was gonna have Tommy do my dress, but he's not here. It's fine. I have to.
Well, that
think
could
of something else.
I think segues us nicely into the next order of business. We should probably find that man. Especially if we're going to go into a dragon's lair. He wouldn't hurt to have him around.
Thought we were waiting for the vampire to give us some information.
Black Cherry's informant.
No, Nuvereem.
No, Nuvereem's.
Oh, right.
I mean, how long do we want to wait, though? We barely know that
I mean, it's
woman.
only
We have
been.
no
It
idea
hasn't
who
even
we
been a full
contact.
day.
Alright.
Yeah, did Kalizar ever make it home last night?
You
'Cause
maybe
I
you
was-
can
I
message
would've-
him.
I would have been up, so I would have been sitting by the fireplace in the dark, ready with the lamp to be like, oh, hello.
Did you message him last night, Ben?
I would have been sitting there. I don't know. Did he come home? Mr. DM?
Oh.
Okay, well, before we go do anything, I want to take a rest because apparently I'm going to use my 2 spell slots on sending this morning. So, yeah, the first, I'll make a call to Kalizar, and I'll be like, oh, just wait a minute, I got to take this call, and I'm pointing at my hand, and
Doesn't
I walk
Kalizar
off.
have a sending stone? Or did
It's
he?
too late. It's already done. Cal, you there, buddy? Are you alive? Are you safe? And are you coming home? I think that's under 25 words.
I'm fine. Was abducted. Was actually quite nice. Welcome home.
What?
That's ambiguous.
That's Kalizar.
I will relay
There
that
you
word
go.
for word to them because I can't remember what it was exactly, but I feel like it's important that it's relayed exactly.
He said nice.
Is it nice?
Still abducted.
Yeah, but he
I
seems
mean,
fine with it.
I
Like
think
he
he's
didn't
being,
say
yeah.
like
I
he
think
didn't
he's
say
being a
save
bit
me.
metaphoric.
hyperbolic. He
Yeah.
went, willingly and consensually. We were all there. So
Maybe they're into role play.
Oh.
Who's into role play? Who would sit around?
This is too many layers.
Awesome.
Okay, anybody else needing to make a call this morning other than to my family?
No, just I guess go ahead. I don't.
Cool. I'm gonna open Awakened Mind specifically because I need that emotional support, even if they're not aware of it.
It's like when you need to call somebody you really don't want to, and it's just like, guys, I need you to be here for me.
Guys,
So yeah,
I'm gonna order pizza.
Too real, Sean.
I'll open my sending hand and just like, hey, Mom, it's me. I hope you're alive. And do y'all need me to come back? Because I know things were real bad and I might be in a place where I have reinforcements to help deal with, the thing that's going on. Is Dad okay? That's 25 words, I'm sure.
That was gonna count to help.
Dad is still alive, but you might want to return home quickly. Love, Mom.
We had so many more words to use, but whatever. And you all heard that because I kept Awakened Mind open. So there's just a very wide-eyed, like, oh, fun.
How do you feel about that?
Well, it means I can't bring my father back as a Death Knight in dramatic flair, but he is still alive. So
Yet,
probably
you just
better.
can't do that yet. You just gotta wait a
prefer
little
not
bit.
have to. Ideally, I wouldn't have to. This was just
I was confused there on the relationship.
Yeah, I also
Uh-huh.
was confused about how you felt about his aliveness. But-
I am glad. I was upset about it. I don't have a good relationship. Oh God. And there's just this settling of like, I guess we're telling this story. I come from a kingdom full of, and I like half gesture at Gilbetta, and then I'm like, they are
Mercs?
they follow their
Religious
cleric. Yes.
people? Yeah.
They
you can
believe in the ultimate good.
It's
but
not
they
a bad
believe-
word, you shithead.
I know, but like, you know how you like killing undead? They look at it as there is no choice, even for those that aren't inherently like someone like Tommy. Like, they would not take a second glance at Tommy. They would say that is an abomination that needs to be purged.
Oh, so they're assholes.
Yeah, a little bit. You can imagine I didn't really fit in, but my uncle, on the other hand, kind of was more like me, except he leaned a little too far. And in the other timeline, he killed my father and tried to usurp the throne. And that was where I left home and tried to go learn at Candlekeep to try to come back and deal with him. That's part of why I was so invested in these studies initially. I guess he hasn't done that yet here, or maybe he's not a bad person here. I hope, but that message didn't sound hopeful, so I don't know anymore. And that's my home life.
So do you want to go now or no?
Message your uncle.
I'd
right?
have to take a nap,
He would
but
have
yeah.
to take it. Yeah, he's very tired. He's very tired.
God, I cast
He
two
did like
spells.
2 things. He can't hack it. It's fine.
In quick
You're not going to
succession.
teleport home. You could probably sleep on the way.
Yeah, I am worried about Tommy, but I am worried about my family, I suppose.
Well, look, we have someone gathering information on Tommy. So in the
Can't
meantime, all
act.
we can do is wait.
Yeah.
Are you all sure you want to do this? I did not wake up today planning on doing this, so anxiety.
I didn't wake up today planning on doing fucking anything, but here we are. Get in the car.
I
All
wake
right.
up every day planning on toppling a kingdom, so let's go for it.
I just
love
need to
that
do
my
one thing and we
It's
can
fun-
go.
It's exhausting.
I love that my parents are back, but like, and I point over to the corner where they're both like,
Making out. Oh.
no, just cheerfully waving.
It's like Ogbog points at you and says, "She broke a guy's head yesterday."
I'm too old for this, guys. I'm too old for overbearing parents. It's nice.
Overbearing.
Overbearing. We have made the joke before. Keep up, Penn.
I am deflecting because I'm anxious. We got a day
Well,
ahead of us.
Cookies made, please.
Go, Cookie.
God.
We're gonna go to Penn's home.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get a package of supplies ready for you.
I love surprise.
Where is it, by the way?
Well,
Where's what? Oh,
Well, no, Penn.
Penn's.
Sorry.
Penn's.
Yeah,
Actually-
where are we going?
Puck only knows. I know it's far off. Honestly, the details are a bit lost. It's still been fuzzy with the merge
So-
and such.
your kingdom, Penn, if I may,
Please.
is a rocky collection of islands between the Sword Coast and Mazcal, which exists across the Sea of Swords from the Sword Coast. So it's out in that area over there. It's kind of an isolated place. It's very Moorish. Think like, 18th century England.
Okay.
And yeah, it just resides on this collection of islands out there.
So yeah, off the Sword Sea, just a little bit further. We were kind of towards that way earlier, but didn't think about it. Try not to think about it.
Penn, you receive a message.
Sure.
My son. I forgot to mention. Your cousin Kraylon Wright is eager to speak with you. And he is looking for you.
All right. Awesome.
So do we hear that if the awakened mind is still
I
open?
assume I'm too anxious to have shut it down. So yes, you hear everything. You probably hear my inner monologue of like, oh God, oh God.
Someone I need to worry about?
Well,
Raylon?
Someone I need to fight?
I remember liking my cousin. I never had any issues with them.
Okay.
But who knows here? Everything's crazy town. Anybody could be anyone.
That's
it's
true.
exciting, isn't it? It's like a whole new world has opened up before us. We can discover it all over again. Personally, I think
Cool.
anything
You're
involving
so
ship
much.
travel.
You're at like a 40 today. I'm gonna need you at like a 12.
I'm gonna need you at a solid 35. Keep up. So- Going to Penn's world. I've been looking forward for this for a long time.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's
go.
We'll need a boat.
Okay.
We have one. We have
got
a
a
ship.
boat.
The friendship.
Remember? Yeah, remember the stupid name you gave it?
I love that stupid name.
I know you do. All right.
It can't all be bad. You get to spend more time with your friend, the friendship. It's a good start.
Yeah. Look, I get to spend more time with all of you, and I'm sure that'll get me through whatever's going to happen. So yeah, let's do this. Let's go. Let's onward.
Okay. I guess while you guys pack up, I just need to take care of one thing. And I'm gonna get up and walk out to see if I can find Liana.
All right. You find Liana. She's actually not too far away from you guys. She's a couple tables away practicing all by herself now.
Okay.
She has moved on to the drums, and it's
How's that going for you?
not as much fun as the harp.
Do you not like the drums?
It just seems it's not a delicate instrument. I don't think it's one for a lady. I'm just banging on a bit of wood.
Really now. And I will reach out and grab the drum and just start making some.
All right, do you want to performance check this?
She's gonna play
Yeah,
Wild
sure.
Wise Ed.
We can do it. Yeah.
I'll do it. Please, no, not one. I'm gonna be so sad.
It's gonna be like, you're right, the drum's a stupid instrument.
Are you kidding me? I just jinxed myself.
That is a nat 1.
That is
Oh,
indeed a
God.
nat 1.
Oh, hey, now
It was a nat one.
Called it.
Well, now I know why. This drum is busted. Let me get you mine.
Oh, you have one as well? I didn't know that. Perhaps I would have known
Well-
if we had gotten to talk more.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, and I will go up to my room and grab my drum.
All right.
Pass that to her. This should work better.
I'll
Well, it's very convinced
give
the other drums, no problem.
a try. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Does this mean you're okay with me becoming a bard now?
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I just think that if we are to go visit home again, you should probably learn how to fend yourself if you decide to stay, since you're a princess and all.
All right.
So I know you have obligations to the kingdom.
But, I mean, what if we just never went home again?
You don't want to go back?
And she kind of shyly turns away at that question.
What?
It's... You know home isn't a pleasant place. I haven't been here long, but I know it's better.
What, the cushy silver spoon lifestyle doesn't suit you?
Not since our sister became in charge. She's too much like him. She always wanted to be like him, you know that.
In what way?
Not any of the good ways, if there are any. She's cold. She's calculating and cruel. I don't have a sister, I have a ruler back home.
So,
Here, I at least have something softer.
why has she threatened you in some way over there?
Not outwardly. But I do try to stay under her radar.
And the people at the kingdom? They accept her?
They're too scared not to. You remember what used to happen to people who disobeyed father?
Oh, that's a bit. I wasn't out too often, though. What happened?
Nobody saw them again.
I see. Okay. If you feel like there's no point in going, then I mean, it's your life. You do what you want. Does she know you're here?
She knows I was supposed to go get you.
Does she know you're here?
She doesn't know that I'm right here. She knows that I'm in Faerun.
We may need to get you tattooed.
Yes. I'm sorry.
For what?
I had hoped that I would come here and rescue you. But I can see that I waited too long and you rescued yourself. And I'm ashamed of that.
Well, Will's not sure what to say. Come on, I have to head out somewhere, and if Sister plans to find you, we need to make sure that she can't, if you don't plan to go back home.
All right. I'll do what you say. I'm
Right.
sorry that I'm not as strong as you, but I'll work hard until I am. I understand I must seem naive to you.
Not. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know who you are right now. I only have memories of the time where you gave me some happiness and great pain. And it's hard to forget.
I understand. Who I
Wow.
am now is a girl without a family who's trying to fix her mistakes and reach out for the only person she has left.
We'll talk more when we get back.
Yes,
I
of
have
course.
to
So there's a
head
tattoo
out.
person or something
Yeah.
like that? Yeah. Okay.
His name is Kathak.
Okay. I'll go see him. Do I request anything specific or?
I'll take you to him. I don't have long here, so I want to explain a few things to you about the drum if you plan on sticking with it.
Any pointers that you would have for me would certainly be valuable. I mean,
Yeah. Come on. And I'm gonna just like walk and talk to wherever Kathak is going to, just trying to make sure I'm trying to save time and get back to the group.
All right. So you take her and instruct Kithak as to the kind of tattoo to give her, and she agrees and goes along with it.
Okay. I guess while she's like getting a tattoo, I try to run over to Gear Strip
All right.
to see if he can make like a metronome. And
Metronome.
oh,
One of those blades that hangs from the ceiling that swings back and forth in unison.
Will's not too sure. She's gonna be like, I think so, yeah. It's a little thing that goes back and forth, and it goes click, 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 click.
Ah, yes, and it lowers slowly with each turn until it eventually bisects the poor victim beneath it.
Wait a second. And she knows that there's a little knob that you can adjust up and down the metal strip. It's like, are we talking about the same thing?
Yes, I believe we are.
Oh. Okay, well, hope you can get that prepared.
Oh, of course. Who are we executing with it?
Executing?
Yes.
Like, just, is that a dramatic way to say giving?
No. Who will the blade be bisecting?
Wait, I don't think we're talking the same thing. Hold on.
Yes, a metronome.
A metronome.
Yes.
Yes?
Oh, pointed upward. Well, I
Yeah,
suppose
it's-
it could catch a flying individual. Yes.
What? No, hold on. It's a little wooden thing about yay big or whatever size you like it to be, and
Oh,
it's like
goodness, that's tiny. Well, that could likely only kill a small pixie or fairy, perhaps.
it's not for killing. It's for
Oh,
timing
goodness me.
beats per minute.
Oh, you really must lead with that.
Did I not?
Most of what I do here is for murder. Now then.
Oh,
So if we would like a non-murdering device that goes back and forth, keeping a kind of rhythm.
yes.
Simple clockwork. I should have one made up in a day or so.
Oh, okay, great. Great. Okay, I guess just hold on to that until I guess return. I'll be leaving. I just wanted to get something done by the time I get back.
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay, appreciate it.
No problem at all. And if you need the killing pendulum, please let me know. I have extensive plans available.
Is it something that I can take with me?
Oh, goodness. I could put it in some kind of assemblable kit, but it would depend on how large the creature is that you wish to bisect. Of course, you
If
have
it-
to strap them to a table. It is rather gruesome and takes some time.
If you could somehow make that travelable.
A travel-sized killing metronome. Yes. I think
Yeah.
you may be onto something there.
I think so. Give it a
Intern!
try.
We need blueprints. He just starts going off into everything.
Oh, the group's gonna be excited about this one. And I leave.
All right. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to do before setting out on this journey? Any relatives you want to have heartfelt conversations with? Any machines of murder you want to commission?
I'm pretty
There's
sure we
already-
just have metronome somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
I will ask who. I'll ask Gilbetta. I'll ask Gilbetta this as everybody's kind of dispersing and packing. I'll approach and I'll be like, thought about something. Should I get my other half of me that's somewhere in Waterdeep for this? I don't actually know. He doesn't remember anything, but he's still technically me. I don't.
Want to get the other half of you? for
I don't
this?
know. What would you want if you were the other half of someone who had no recollection of being part of them? Maybe I should
Well,
have asked Cashano.
Talking about having no recollection of it. If I had no recollection, I have no opinion. It's hard to have an opinion on something that you don't know
Yeah, he
Well.
never seemed particularly interested when I mentioned any of our past.
Well,
I mean, he is just, as far as I'm to understand, he doesn't even, he's a non-combatant, so maybe it is best to leave him in Waterdeep. I'm
Sounds
sure
like-
he's doing well at the bar.
sounds like you have your decision.
I suppose I do. Hey, you'll probably get to kill some undead. Isn't that fun?
She just like puts her hand on his face. It's just like, shh, just walks away. She's like, I'll be on the boat.
Concern. And yeah, I'll pack my stuff and get ready to go.
Yep.
Boat ride.
That's it.
All right.
Everybody's ready to go.
Yep.
Very well. You all prepare to hop aboard the Friendship, happily crewed once again by Black Cherry. And your supplies are loaded aboard as you all prepare to depart.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you guys are going to bring with you?
Is there something we're supposed to bring with us?
That's
Yeah,
sounds
you-
leaving.
No, look, I'm just
Potions?
checking. I'm just double checking.
Are
we-
you sure you're ready to go?
Yep.
I mean, I'll tell Kat
You
bye,
have
and
the
I'll ask.
keys?
Do we want to bring any clerics along? Do we have any of those just laying around?
I'll take some cookies meat because I
Grayscale.
feel like Penn might need it.
Yeah, you get some cookies meat.
Are you going to bring your
Alright.
girlfriend to meet your family? No,
She doesn't need that. She doesn't need that. It's plenty soon. I don't. She doesn't need that right now. They're not great.
Jessica says, you know what? That's not a bad idea, though. And she says, I'll be right back. And she goes off the boat. And she goes to where she assumes that Grayscale spends most of her time at this point.
Grayscale has been devoting all of her time to assisting with the construction of your temple, which is almost complete. And she's actually doing this while being supervised by Wormspit and Wormspit's new assistant, Jiren, a tall, dark-skinned elf.
I'll go. Hey, Grayscale.
Yes.
Come with me. We're going on a trip. This is fine. They got this. Jiren, I'm taking her.
Jiren nods in approval, and Wormspit says, very well, I shall assign someone else to her tasks while she is gone.
Thank you.
Oh, you
I
don't
have,
want to. You don't want to give the Patreon characters weird voices.
Look, I'll voice the Patreon characters later. Jiren, make a note that we will not be using Grayscale for any further manual labor for the time being.
Yeah,
And,
I've got her first cleric duty. coming up.
Oh, lovely. She's been itching for this.
Yeah.
And Grayscale excitedly gathers up her things.
Yep. And then I'll just bring her back with me. And I'm not
Uh-huh.
telling her what's happening. I'm just like,
she's
come
just
on,
coming
let's
along
go.
with you. She doesn't need the explanation. She's just
Look,
on board.
baby, being a cleric's all about
Yeah.
faith, all right? You just gotta have faith.
This little cobalt will do anything you need. She
I-
idolizes you.
I gently take Gilbetta by the elbow as I see Grayscale coming onto the boat. You're not going to let anything happen to her, are you? Is she ready for this?
She's not ready by now. She never will be.
You'll keep an eye on her?
She'll have what she needs.
You'll keep an eye on her.
She will have what she needs.
I walk away from Gilbetta.
Oh, jeez.
Someone cast silence because it is awkward around.
Please, no, I hated it before.
You can't cast in it, can you? It's hard.
And with that, the party departs off to the sea once again aboard the Friendship, sailing out. Takes a while. You go along the riverbed and then you exit out through the water deep out into the Sea of Swords. And the journey is a bit of a long one.
I want to share with them
To
about
get
Gear Strip's
to-
news trip. Everyone knows now.
Okay. You
Oh, yeah.
regale everybody about Gearstrip's new invention.
It's going to be great to intimidate people.
Is it just a blade that swings back and forth? I don't. What's the point?
I
To
feel
make
like
people talk.
she tells us this like about as we're passing Waterdeep. And Kashano's just staring at the city.
Is it bad?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Kashana?
What? Sorry. Yeah. Whatever you
What's
said
wrong?
sounds fantastic.
The thing that
And
just
Gilbetta on
swings
the
a
other
blade
side
up
is like
and
staring at the ocean, like, doesn't it though? Just
Okay, maybe it wasn't a good idea.
I don't know.
What? No, I'm
it's a
sure it
great
was a
idea.
fantastic. It was a great idea. Don't doubt yourself.
What
What did I just say then? I look at
I know what you said.
The murder thing.
What you said was a great idea.
A murder. You're murdering. You're gonna murder some people.
No.
I mean,
Intimidate.
probably, but
Intimidate. Okay.
not
wait, hold on.
related.
And then yeah, I'll jump back into the
All right.
conversation. I assume somebody catches him up. Okay, wait. So you want a mobile pendulum? That I'm confused. Is this going to be like a whole? Are you basically building a very complicated guillotine?
Is it not called a metronome of another kind of thing?
No, I think you're thinking of a pendulum.
Oh no, I wasn't. Gearstrip was then.
Well, yes, he was.
He called it a metronome though when I mentioned
No,
it.
it was a pendulum, and they don't usually have blades on them. More just when you're making a torture device, which we're not really into, if I recall correctly.
Oh. Penn, can you message him not to make the pendulum?
He needs a nap.
I need a nap. Should I just start putting ascending in handy so you can all
I'll-
use them like a cell phone?
I will pull out a sending stone and be like,
We do have those.
Cookie.
A handheld phone.
yeah.
Hey.
Cookie, would you check on Gearstrip and make sure he's not building some sort of complicated torture guillotine?
How often do you want me to do this? Because I think it's going to come up more than once.
I'll tell you what. Maybe just talk to Darius. Ask him to keep an eye on things and alert you or us anytime Gearstrip starts constructing a torture device.
Yeah, all right. I'll let him know.
Thank you. All right. I should be fine. Nothing to
Oh,
worry.
good. Okay.
So, Penn's home is known as the Quill Point Islands.
Okay.
They are named as such because of the jagged points, the jagged rocks that jut up from the sea floor that make up the islands. So from a distance, it looks as though people are holding a bunch of sharpened quills in the air. But as you come closer, you can see that that is just the edges of these places, and there are many grassy valleys. There's a lot of sheep herding and that sort of thing in that place as well. And the journey is about 3-4 days out to sea for you guys.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
It's a lot of time on the boat for us.
you guys are basically crossing the Atlantic, sailing ships. So this is a bit of a trip.
Did I find
Yeah,
any
thanks.
interesting information about the Quill Point Islands or the Rite family in all of my research?
Not a lot, because that stuff isn't referenced a lot in Faerun. There's not a lot of books about them. It's generally it's a very small island, so anything that you hear about them is just from the small contact you have from trading and that sort of thing.
Okay, so no notes of them having like some elite military force or something.
Nothing particularly about that.
Good.
It's not like, man, don't fuck with these guys.
Okay, good.
Shit's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
go down.
mostly what I was just, yeah. Okay, fantastic.
All
If
right.
we're going over course of a few days, then at some point there's going to be a conversation where I'm going to tell everybody and prompt Norbog as well. Like, you want to talk about our tattoos? I already forgot what yours does, and I feel bad about that.
I thought we were bonding.
I know what it looks like. I forgot what it does. It's the sunflowers, and they're really pretty.
Oh, okay. I mean, at least you remembered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? I just don't remember the
I
magic.
actually don't know what it does. He just said it was a tattoo of thundering strike.
So you hit things harder, probably.
I
with it.
guess that. I mean, he said it would make me stronger. I guess I'll find out when I need it.
Yeah, mine lets me put spells in it. So does anybody want to like touch me and put a spell in it, and I'll like invoke you? That'd be cool,
Wait, what?
right? It's
Wait, we
and
can
I
put
pull
all
down my
spells
shou-
into it?
I don't know, but wouldn't that be cool? It stores spells, and I'm thinking, what if I can store your spell? What if you just touch me and put, I don't know, give me a spell. Anybody can
Worth a
try.
I mean, what kind of spell do you want?
Well, I feel like you all have a signature thing, and like I feel like that would be the most like iconic, because then I'll be like I feel like for Lilith it's polymorph. I feel like for Gilbetta it's, I don't want to say it's inflict wounds, but I haven't seen many. What do you cast, Gilbetta? You mainly hit things very hard, and I don't think that's a spell. That's just, you know.
It's on, depends on the day, first of all.
I'm not saying it's bad. You hit things very well, like hard. They die most of the time.
All right,
Look, I can give you inflict wounds.
let's-
It's a necromancy spell.
Oh, what do you think you
I've
need
got
for
an idea.
home?
This is going to be very interesting. Let's try this.
Okay.
And Cashano will touch the tattoo, and he will imbue it with a spell. All right, try it out. I guess just think about releasing the tattoo.
I stand behind Gilbetta and Lilith.
Can you at least
What's
tell
wrong?
me what you cast into it so I know how to do I need to point it away from people? Do I need to specifically point it at people?
No, you should be fine. Just maybe like put your hand on your chest and just like think about your heart.
Is this like a fall trust?
It's gonna
A
rip
trust
my
fall.
heart out.
Gonna explode.
All right, here we go. Well, a lot of trust here, and yeah, I'll think about invoking this tattoo, this moonflower tattoo.
Okay.
And-
All right.
Would this method of things work? Would
yeah,
the
does
spell
this
go?
work?
It has to be stored first. So basically, you would have to cast a spell into the tattoo.
Oh, right. But
Mhm.
I was trying to cast the spell
Okay.
into the tattoo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So others of us can do it?
Well, give it a shot. Cast a spell into the tattoo.
I did. I'm trying to be
Okay,
dramatic
fine.
about. I want to know if it works or not.
He wants it to be a thing where none of us know what it is until I
yeah,
do
he
it to
doesn't wanna tell us
myself
He
and I
wants to-
explode.
It's a surprise spell he put in
Okay. So I'm sorry, you didn't say the name of it, so I'm just like, cast
Yeah.
a spell already.
Right.
pen.
I just,
All right. So you
Would it work?
cast the spell into you, Penn, and you go to summon it, and the tattoo lights up.
And Penn
And
fucking
energy.
dies.
Wait, what?
As far as you can tell, Penn dies.
Oh.
I know what it
Oh,
is.
I know what this is.
What did you do?
Are you kidding me?
Maybe it didn't
Just-
work. I don't know.
Did you put him to sleep?
I mean, he
At his
seems
face.
pretty dead to me.
Did feign death?
It's totally
Most
feigned
definitely
death.
death.
Now here's the question: Can
Absolutely
I
feigned death.
dispel it, or is he just like this for an hour?
He's just like that for an hour.
Oh my god.
Oh
Your
no.
face? No, he'll be fine in like an hour. But it works.
why do you even have this?
You never know when you gotta blend in with a bunch of corpses.
Can't you just
He's
sleep?
sliding around on the
No.
deck of the ship. As
I pick him up.
No,
I
this-
pick him up.
This is way better than sleep. And she's like, here, everybody check it out. Like, he's got no pulse. He's starting to go cold. He's got no breath. Like, try magic. As far as anyone is going to be able to tell, like, it's impossible to tell the difference between this and death.
Have you used this before? Are you sure that you didn't? Just...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. Here's the best part. And I take out my sword. What does my weapon come out at?
Oh, right. What does
If
your
you
weapon
shoot me
come
with
out
a
of?
gun, I swear to
That's a good
God.
weapon.
I'm hoping it's a gun.
It is a rifle.
Oh, God,
Sweet.
no.
I take it. I point it right at his chest and fire.
Cashano!
He can't take damage.
What?
You can't
He's
speak.
immune to being hurt.
My poor brain.
So-
Does that spell really work like that?
Yes. Here,
What?
I'll throw it.
Better.
I'll throw it into chat for you. But yeah, you touch a
Oh my
willing
God.
creature and put it into a cataleptic state. Am I saying that right? Yeah.
Has resistance to all damage.
Resistance and immune are not the same thing.
Oh yeah.
God!
Okay,
That's
so
right. It's resistance.
God.
So what I'm gonna say you see happen is he shoots me with this gun, and immediately an coffin of ice pops up around me as a defense mechanism automatically.
I love it.
And then I'm just frozen, looking like I'm dead, in an ice coffin sliding around on the deck unless Norbog still has me.
Yes. I'm still
Somebody get
holding
some
you.
ropes around
Okay,
him.
so he can take some damage, but
You're crazy.
it didn't kill him. No.
That we know, we don't actually know. If he died right now, we wouldn't actually be able to tell the
popped
difference
up.
for
That is
an
a good point.
hour.
Interesting.
Can I cast magical awareness? Or not a magic. Yeah, it's magic awareness. I want to cast my wild magic awareness. So I should be able to see what magic spell was just cast on Penn and tell whether he's alive or not.
You can tell that he has, in fact, had Feign Death cast on him.
He's
And also Tomb of Levistus.
My God.
well. Kashano's right, but
Hate those
What
two
the hell,
words back to
Cashano?
back. I hate those two words back to back.
I hear those so seldom. Fantastic.
and I mean we figured out what the shooty thing does. You weren't sure about that too.
Yeah, how much damage did that do? Because technically, if he did enough, it would still go through.
I mean-
you may have shattered his tomb.
I
I mean,
guess.
look, it's just it's a rifle shot. How much could it possibly be?
How much
No.
say
It was
that?
a
How much could
point
it
blank
possibly
rifle
do?
shot.
Yeah, he basically has advantage because he's
Well,
prone.
look,
he's dead.
I mean,
I
he's
have
helpless.
90 temporary hit points, so
I don't-
unless it does over 100.
I only rolled an 11.
So, but you would hit him. He's a helpless target.
That's true. I did shoot him point blank in the chest
Yeah,
while
I'm
he was
also-
lying lifeless on the deck. So,
He took 18 damage.
so you take 18, but you only take
Oh
9
my
because you have
God.
resistance. It's barely a scratch.
It just chips through the coffin. It's just
Just like a little bit.
So
Well-
after about an hour,
Maybe this spell should go on an enemy instead of allies.
Penn
I'm
awakens
mostly trying to use this to
exhausted.
myself.
I'm wet. I'm cold. Did I pass out from the tattoo's power? What happened?
You're tired. You're tired like you've cast every spell you could in a day.
All
Oh.
two of them.
Yeah.
Which he also had already done today.
Oh.
Good news, your tattoo does work.
It totally works.
Bad
As
news,
intended.
Kashana's an asshole. But we knew that
That's
already.
only news to you.
What happened to me?
Sorry I built you a statue and I had a slightly skewed view of how good you were.
Yeah, I mean, let that be. That's why they only build the statue after you die. Anyways, it's a fun spell. I thought you're gonna enjoy this. Basically, I made you seem dead for an hour.
Did you enjoy that? As I talked to
mean,
Penn?
Conceptually, yes. That's pretty cool.
Well,
I wish
actually,
I would have
technically,
known.
you made you seem dead for an hour. I just gave you the
He
power
just
to do
shot you.
He shot me.
Your ice thing came up. It's fine.
You mean
You're-
my last line of defense from dying?
Yes.
It wasn't
Yes,
really
the one.
necessary. Like I shot you, but like just barely.
He tried to explain that shooting you means you won't get hurt at all.
Maybe
No, he
maybe-
just shot you.
Why are you shooting people all the time?
This is-
What happened to
This
you?
is bardic magic. It's not a science. It's more of things kind of come out.
You're
But the point
thinking
is,
of baking.
You know, once upon a time, a bard told me about consent.
No, baking is a science. No, if it wasn't consensual, he wouldn't have been able to do it. This isn't something you can just jump on someone. They have to be willing.
Didn't you just jump on him not telling what you were doing?
Maybe
There was
he
a lot of
shouldn't have
trust
gone with it.
involved.
Yeah, well,
Ah.
look, there's always lessons to be learned here at the Avalon Knights Academy.
Forget how much
Upset.
I can't keep up with you sometimes.
I'm so glad I'm taking you all to fight with me against my really horrible family member that I'm horrified of.
If we were
They
in any
can't predict
serious
us.
danger,
Okay, so away from this, mechanically speaking, essentially, once I use this ability, it has any spell slots I would have had left are burnt.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Mechanically speaking, you are very tired right now.
I'm so tired. Is that because of the bullet or because of the tattoo? I really can't tell. There's too many variables.
And in fact, I need you to make a con save.
Oh,
Okay.
no, Bug, you may have to carry him.
You're okay.
I'm
just
so
really
good,
tired.
guys. Oh, I'm so tired though, but I don't sleep, so it's a real weird situation.
why is
I
that?
was like, look, you.
I've only done the thing
Warlockism.
once, so I felt okay after coming out of it, though.
Isn't it based on the different abilities? Like, if it's the more
He
the
did
more
say that.
taxing it is, that it's
He said some of them were very taxing, and I said, "Give me your taxiest,"
yes.
and here we are.
Like, dude,
Well, here for future use, and Gilberto will cast a spell into the tattoo.
Cool. Can I know what
and-
this one is?
Yes. Because you have a tendency to get yourself in a situation where you're surrounded by enemies, this could prove useful. So Gilberta has cast. Is there a level limit on this?
Yes, the level limit is third level.
Okay, so she has cast a 3rd level Thunder Wave
Okay.
Oh, fancy.
into your tattoo.
Cool. Level 3 Thunderwave. Although I do like the idea of us playing Let's Put Spells in Penn that he just casts and not knowing what they are.
Ooh, I'm next.
Well, we
One at
have
a
to wait
time.
till I
Well,
burn
he
this
Yeah,
one
can
up.
we get a reservation going?
A
Actually, yeah.
reser-
Probably should have given you
Waiting
some
list?
teleportation too, but yeah.
Well, Thunder Wave will at least push
Yeah.
people away.
I can do fast step. I can, poof.
Oh, really? I would
Yeah, it's
never have
great.
guessed based on how long you linger in front of people who are killing you.
Well, again, I can only do 2 things, and most of the time I try to save it for necromancy. So that's kind of
Priorities
I'm
in
going to
order.
die. Right.
Fantastic. All right.
Thank you, Gilbert.
Yep.
So the rest of the journey is fairly normal. I imagine you all, go about your business on the ship, willy-nilly creating weapons and shooting them at your friends and making people pretend they're dead and casting spells into each other's tattoos. Whatever shenanigans you guys get up to.
If Redan were here, he would have loved that shit. So.
He would have. I'm certain that he would have. He would have thought it was hilarious.
He would have wanted to
Dad.
also shoot him.
Ooh,
probably.
kill me next.
Yeah.
Oh, do me next. On the distance, you can see the Quill Point Islands. Clear skies everywhere else. Over the Quill Point Islands, darkened gray-black clouds looming over the place. From these kind of gray-black jagged rock shores, you can see these jutting castles and spires. This kind of dark stone, kind of gothic-looking architecture decorating the horizon as you approach this place.
Did it always look like that?
Normal?
Well, you know, I mean, the landscape, yes, but the overall vibe, maybe not as much.
Yeah, I mean like the weather. The extremely localized weather situation.
Yeah, no. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I have an idea, but no.
Oh, good.
It's not usually like that.
Okay. You understand that that's strange, right? Like, look at the other clouds over that way. See how they're moving?
Yeah.
Those ones that are just kind of there?
Look, I'm concerned, is what I'm
Right.
getting at. I just, this is a lot to take in. I haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
Eerie.
Exciting. Well, let's see what the story is here.
Are they gonna be hostile towards other?
Excellent question. Oh.
What?
I forgot that I don't even think about that, but I don't. Oh no.
Go on.
What?
Yeah.
You heard the story I told my the kingdom itself. They follow Lathander, and Lathander is like lawful good, and some people take that a little too far and consider other people to be not good based on where they're from or other such sort, i.e.
so-
the undead. So I haven't ever interacted with a tiefling here, but it never came up, so I'm not certain.
Yeah.
Or
Of
a
course.
bugbear. I don't know. I mean, I won't let them, obviously. We'll make sure it doesn't, but I don't actually know, and I don't know how things have changed. So at the very least, we should be on our guard. I'm so sorry.
Gonna
Just another
Pellets
Thursday for me.
Yeah.
So
Well, do we want to go in there and kick some ass about it? Or, if anyone wants to be disguised, let me know now.
You can make others disguise?
Yeah, it's something I figured out. That's what I did with the corpses yesterday.
Oh,
right at dinner.
the waiter.
I can do that to living
Corpses at
people
dinner.
too, yes.
It's a good question. Do I want to be disguised?
We could just roll up and
I
Kick
support whatever
ass.
decision you make.
Maybe we should let the focus be on Penn so it's not on us.
No, please. Any alleviation of the weight of me being here is a happy thing.
Don't
If
know how to
anyone
feel
gives-
about that now.
If
I mean, I
anyone
say
gives
we
you
parade
trouble-
on in there. Let's get Black Cherry to come with us too. Fuck them. But,
I'd
know,
rather be me than
up to
not
you,
me
yeah.
because if people don't like me, that's not my problem.
right?
But Cashano, if we need to do a disguise to make things go smoother, you have my permission to use disguise self on me.
I like the barging
don't
in
wanna be
part. I
disguised,
technically am.
No, I don't. I would prefer not to be, but if it would help the
Then no.
situation afterwards,
Yeah. No,
if we
then fuck
need
it.
to, he can.
Wait, you have disguise self because
But
it's...
he does.
Yeah,
he can
but
use disguise. What did you just say, Cashano?
I
You
can
just said you could do this.
I can change the appearance
yeah.
of as many people as I fucking want for a good 8 hours.
that's not disguise self. That's something else entirely.
Sure the fuck is.
Seeming.
Well,
I can do all kinds of weird shit since I came back. I don't know why, but I'm not mad about it.
Well,
I'm
moral of the story: if Norbog, if you don't want to be disguised, then fuck them.
I don't want to, but also
Then
if it's
you-
going to put us in danger, then I can. I'm perfectly content to stroll in there as a bugbear. We can do that. But like if things go wrong, we can use the disguise.
If we
That's all
need
I'm
to get
saying.
out of a way in a hurry,
Yeah.
The skies is home.
So
Right.
as the ship is brought into port, and you can see there's kind of a V carved out of this rocky terrain out to these long docks. And all of the ships docked in the port, there are a couple warships, and they are decorated with these gargoyles and all of this strange looking kind of dark Gothic architecture. And there are these gray images of these faded suns all over the place on all these ships. And waiting on the docks is a very tall, very muscular gentleman. He stands about 6 feet, 6.5, give or take. He's very wide-bodied. His armor is resplendent and golden, decorated with images of the sun all over the place. His hair and his beard are sharp, spiky, and multicolored. This is Craylon Wright. And as the boat pulls into port and the gangplank is lowered,
Yeah, Jobetta's just like, do you know this guy?
What'd you say his
That-
name was
that-
Crayola?
That's
Craylon.
no, that is my family.
I don't see the resemblance.
praise the sun! The morning lord has foretold the arrival of my cousin!
I don't see the resemblance at all.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean,
he
we're
stands
both one for the
Excitable
dramatic
fella.
flair.
Jobetta's gonna step forward. Jobetta will step forward and like fucking full Salune gear up. Because look, Lathander and Salune are cool. So like,
Ha
brother!
No, cousin. No. Oh, oh God, religion.
Benethin! Benethin, you have arrived! Just as the morning lord said.
Yes. Hi, cousin.
Tis a good thing you were not late. I was going to prepare lashings like you were a heretic.
Ah, God, it's so good to be home.
Come, come! My father and your mother have prepared a feast.
Your father.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, Quill Wright, your uncle.
Okay, he's all right. Yeah, sure. Hey, real quick, checking in, making sure home's right.
course, of
Everyone
course.
here is my friend and very amazing people, and there's no issue with that for any reason in this world, right? I mean, home, which is always
Friends of the Wright family will come to no harm on the Quill Point Islands.
good. Good.
By the morning lord's light.
Yep. And like, there's just a slow
And thusly
turn.
followed by the moonlight, Jobetta says.
Please do not add to him.
So
Yes, in their perfect dance, watching over all that is good in these worlds.
Yeah, I see you understand each other.
all right, that's enthusiastic.
And Jobetta, in awakened mind, says, "It's fine. Lathander and Selene are cool, so."
Sure.
Ye-
He seems nice.
Forgive me. Penn doesn't talk about his home much. Your father and his mother, they're siblings,
Sister-in-law.
sister-in-law.
Yes.
All right.
My father, Quill Wright.
Your father
Yes.
on his
Is the brother of the king.
brother of the king. Oh, and how is the king?
He is quite ill, I'm afraid. Although the morning lord bless him, he is not yet passed.
Okay. That's
I trust that the light shall shine on him again. My father believes it, and I believe it as well.
It's
Sure.
amazing how we're 3 feet away from you and you're still this loud.
Yeah. So, your father is ill.
Penton,
I
Penton,
swear
have
I've
you
heard a story
forgotten?
like this.
You must project your voice, for the Morning Lord is so up high. It is the only way he can hear you.
Oh,
Yes,
they all talk like this.
Oh, I don't remember. This is news to me, but I'm screaming so loud in my heart, cousin. Believe me.
Ah,
Right.
yes, you were always more reserved in prayer.
And do you want me to store in thaumaturgy for you?
No, please, no. It's okay. I don't need that.
Yes, you want to
Honestly,
be louder?
In-
And where are
in
your
a way-
manners? Aren't you going to introduce us? Hi, I'm Yorick. These are my friends Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Yes. How could I forget my dearest friends, Rosencrantz and Thunderborough?
So close.
Your friends have odd names, brother, but all are equal in the eyes of the Morning Lord.
This is news. This is
think-
interesting news.
I mean, I think you'd be
Sorry,
Guildenstern and I'd be Rosencrantz because I got the rose theme going on.
that was a joke. It's referencing an old legend from the mainlands. It's fine.
I see.
I don't know about you, but I've
Laughter
been on the ship long enough.
Is the light of this world.
Well, I'm getting like real anxiety of like when you have to spend time with fam.
Penn, do you need a drink?
No, I'm okay. We're fine. Hey, maybe we should go check on Dad. Maybe we should do that. And then wake in
Yes,
mind to
so.
Cashano, I'm like, that spell you used on me might actually come in handy.
Yeah, see,
You don't have it anymore.
these for a reason, you know? I foreshadow and shit. Anyways, yes, let's go check on your dad.
All right. This way! Ah! Everyone! My cousin has returned from his long journey!
Wow. It's exciting.
I
Penn,
wonder why I never try to come home, do you?
no, I think they're great. They
They're
welcome
nice.
you with warm arms. I don't see
okay.
why you're complaining.
There's something not right. Look at the... And points at the sky.
Yeah?
Something's not right.
Most of the
Obvious.
clerics
Not into
I've
that.
ever met are a
Honestly,
bit more,
that's-
you know.
What?
Are you tilting towards Jolbeth?
Go on.
Oh, sorry. I forgot we're all in different directions at everybody's screen. I'm just like more kind of serious about this stuff. This sunny exuberance is it's refreshing. Let's say.
Yes, but you know what they say about the sun. If you get too close, you occasionally get burned. So just watch him.
The moon doesn't.
And
Right?
this
The moon's a lot easier to deal with.
this colorful shouting man leads you all up through the hills. And you can see these massive grassy valleys, lush green grass from the falling rain, but all of the homes and all of the towns are like this dull gray, and there's more of this kind of dark gothic architecture everywhere. But everyone's clothing is a mixture of multicolors and golds. And their attitudes do not match the environment in any way.
Uh-huh.
It's just a sea of like these cracked smiles all over the place. People are waving, and people are tending to fields and caring for sheep all over the place. And everyone who sees you guys waves and smiles hello and says, "Praise Lathander!"
This is some Stepford type.
They're so friendly.
They're
Yes.
nice here. Penn, why did you leave? Everyone's nice.
I don't remember. There's too many timelines to keep track of. I
That's
Are we all
true.
awakened mind right now?
Yes. Oh God, yes.
These-
I'm not freaking out.
That's-
These people are too
That's
fucking nice.
true.
Something is very wrong.
Yeah, this is
Really?
very...
Right?
You sure you're just not being paranoid?
I'm I mean,
feel
I
like
am
in
paranoid.
this situation, a little
Always.
paranoia is not a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Yes.
So stay on guard.
Stay on
Yes,
guard,
stay on
always,
guard.
the entire time. I don't care how nice they are. Anybody got detect poison?
No.
I have so many uses of magic awareness. So if it's
Okay,
magical
maybe
poison,
that.
yeah.
Maybe that. Maybe
If I
I'll
do the
save it
thing
for
where
when
you
we're there.
seem dead, you'll be unpoisoned.
The doorway into the castle is this enormous slatwood gate that has black iron decorations that have been placed on there. It looks like an image of a resplendent paladin warrior slaying what appears to be a vicious werewolf.
there it is. An awakened mind, very matter of fact.
Norbog in Awakened Mind says a very small. Oh.
And with a creak, these doors open up into a great hall. And at the end of the hall, there is a woman dressed in colorful maiden-like clothing with a crown on her head. And standing next to her is a man drabbed in gray. He has a long gray beard and a darkened complexion. And he stands by her side. This is Queen Stillis Wright. And Uncle Quill Wright next to her. And we will meet them after the break.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
I'm playing Ludima Razorclaw, an anthropheline wizard who plays a magical harp.
Okay, but that's an elf.
Hey kids, are you tired of those boring old standard miniatures?
Where's that voice coming from?
It's not important. You can't defeat epic foes with normal heroes. You need custom heroes. And you can get all the custom heroes you need any way you want them at Hero Forge.
You hear that too, right?
Yeah, what is that?
Shut up, it's not important. What is important is that with the launch of Hero Forge 2.0 update, you have more customization options than ever. And now you can get them printed in full color.
It's just like I designed it!
Just log into HeroForge.com anytime, any place, even on your phone. You can make your heroes whatever you want them to be. Dozens of fantasy species, thousands of items to mix and match. Let you create virtually any character you can imagine.
An elephant man!
Wow, look, frog folk!
I made a giggle dog!
They even have robots!
A bald eagle riding a wolf carrying flamethrowers! So much freedom!
You can have your minis printed in a wide variety of quality materials, or download the STL file and print them at home. Oh, and did we mention that you can create custom images for your heroes and digital tokens for online games?
Wow,
Wow,
those Hero Forge minis
look
sound
so cool.
great!
You bet they are. Get your Hero Forge miniatures today. After all, you're gonna need them for what comes next.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Get your Hero Forge minis today.
You know what? There's probably a platform out there where we could pretty simply, there's got to be something open source for creating fighting games, right? We can make a Mercs of Mischief fighting game.
Look, we gotta come up with special moves. You can't just say it's a fighting game.
Well, all the special moves are built in. We just have to rip off all of WotC's IP.
I picture that Grubhub in the Forgotten Realms is delivered by a literal grub. And when you close the door, it hops up on two legs and dashes away.
Hooves Hub.
I don't.
I don't know what's better, the name or the silence that came immediately afterwards.
I was thinking
come up to your window?
fleet eat. Can you imagine an
But then-
army delivering
look.
one like taco to your door?
I think
Maybe.
that the Academy should corner the gig economy here.
I think it's
Let's do
Dimension
it.
DoorDash.
Dimension DoorDash.
Braden, we can't hear you.
I think he said, "God damn it."
That seems like a very Braden.
Now
thing
he's
to say.
flailing about, even though we still can't hear
He's
him.
entering problem-solving mode.
He's cussing out something. Like, man, that was so easy.
I like when you like steal like a shitty truck from like some farm people.
Like
Fucking
Vince.
every cop in the county comes after you guys.
Vincent,
like
Vincent.
break out of a hospital. It's just like, well, I went over the bridge. They're gone now.
Like, seriously, Uzoff, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is like the fucking easiest shit. You have been programming Monopoly games since 1992. Alright? This isn't difficult. How did you fucking whiff this so bad? No, like, this is fucking inexcusable. In fucking 2010.
Still frozen on my side. I'm playing with a bunch of fucking ghosts, and nobody can complete this auction. I'm looking at a fucking empty auction screen. And this is all fucking Ubisoft's fault. You fucking shit the bed so bad on a game that was mastered before the fucking Great Depression. Holy shit! You could have fucking scratched the code.
It ain't over yet.
I gotta do math
I've
here.
played my Silver Flame Ritual card,
Well,
which places
I mean,
a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control.
And you're
And if I play it with the Adamant cost, if at least 3 white mana was used to cast the spell, all of the creatures gain Vigilance as well, giving my token knight +1/+1 in Vigilance, along with both of my Basari lieutenants and my youthful knight. I'm doing the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I place into play my Silverwing Squadron, a flying human knight. It has Vigilance, so it does not need to tap to attack. When the Silverwing Squadron's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures I control, Silverwing Squadron, whenever it attacks, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance, equal to the number of opponents I have. And that's you, Kaiba!
Party pillows don't have to be weird.
They don't.
I know. They can be very weird. That's why I said they don't have to be.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're using a skeleton as a pillow, Skylar, what are you doing?
It's a It's a what?
It's a
why
pile
gotta
of bones. It's not a pillow.
It's a friend.
It is calcium at best.
Ambush! Push!
No, please.
Ambush! Push!
Hey.
What are you doing?
You stop.
Why don't we're close?
Hello. Who would like really hard mozzarella stick? I found them on the table.
That's wooden plank, you idiot.
This mozzarella stick is good for you.
Oh, I touched. Let me touch your face.
Caress me, sir.
I'm trying to, but your face is too far.
I spilled bodies everywhere. But I do know the solution. There's a business called Penn's Catering. Feeding Hellspawn and getting bodies gone. Feeling swole.
Okay, I killed their healer. Good puppy. Good puppy. No, you need to ride this out to its final tragedy. Like
Guys, I've been talking to this dog for a while, and he's got some good ideas.
I have a technical
'cause-
question. How short is that T-shirt?
It's a crop top.
You.
It's a crop top. It's not lewd. I'm sorry my midriff is there. Don't shame me.
Are you a fucking roller derby chick in 1960s California? Why do you have a crop top?
Or alternatively, are you a volleyball dude in 1980s California? You know, I'm actually really glad this is becoming a trend because I personally get this a lot where people either hear my voice and don't see my face, or they see my face and don't hear my voice. And when they get the two together, they're like totally shocked. But I mean, I don't see what the issue is, you know, like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. You threatening me, Master Jedi?
What is a word in your foreign language that just sounds insanely inappropriate to English speakers?
In Primordial, the word for friend is slugfucker.
Yeah, I was trying to tell them at the front. They said they would pass it along to you, but apparently you didn't get...
You rate your pain on a scale of 1 to 10.
Not a fan. 3 stars at best.
Alrighty then.
Tell me about the first magic item you ever created for D&D.
Okay, I think y'all are gonna like this here. Now, this is called my bag of time-space bullshit. Like this old regular old dagger, right? And you just put that in the bag. Now, at the same time, other versions of you in other universes are putting similar items into the bag. Yeah, I guess we rolled a 6. I'd say it's an upgrade. Effect lasts 24 hours.
Look out, beware, roll the dice if you dare. Let's go and fight, protect, persuade, deceive. Let your party run free. You can't take back your choice in D&D. So come on and work together. Family of strangers, help you get advantage. The charm of unwanted. This is your time. It's your story to tell. Enter the world of mercenaries. Mischief, mischief, mischief.
Pega, 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 seas. Pega, 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 seas. I know this is apocryphal to all mythologies. The Pegasi had stopped the flood and saved the world with ease. But without a dragon, unicorns can't fly above the trees. So raise your cup and give it up for the Polypegasuses. Pegasus is Pegasi, pronounce it how you please. Everyone sings of unicorns, but never Pegasus. Flying freely from the Alps onto the Pyrenees. Pega, 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 Pegasus. Pega, 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 Pegasus. Pega, 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 Pegasus. Zombies fight, lead the charge in the night. Show 'em how we do it past the wall. Never give up, take no rest. You don't need any sleep after all. Limbs you'll rip, zombie apocalypse. Movies are the things we find romantic. Zombies fight, 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 fight for everything that we call necromantic. ZOMBIE, fight for undead victory. Vampire broods, dark, suave, and cool. Charm and suck their blood like you do. It's not rude, the living are food. At the top of the food chain is you. Lies you'll reap while the mortals weep. You've got that schwad of even handsome grin. Vampires fight for you own the night. Don't worry when you kill, it's not a sin. VAMPIRE, fight for fangs and victory. Undead! Liches fight, keep your soul jars tight. You've 9th level magic, don't forget it. It may be no frills with your power word kill. Don't hold back, let 'em have it. You'll never be bored with your undead hordes. Kill the living, make some more undead. Liches fight, for you've got the right to drain the living life force like it's bread. LICHES, we fight for victory. Undead! Go Death Knights, fight, fight, fight. Show them all about necromancy. With your nightmare steeds, you will lead our armies to victory. And just at the last delayed blast, fireball they'll never live to see. In the dark of the night, our undead blight ended for all time humanity. UNDEAD, fight for undead victory. Undead! Elizabeth, she was a teenager. She got captured and the party had to save her. Elizabeth, the alchemist, they have her. ADHD, teenager. Elizabeth, why'd you go, Elizabeth? Now we know not to trust teenagers. Limited impulse control. I mean, seriously, limited impulse control. They will interrupt everything and do whatever's on the front of their mind. Very distracting. It's from the beginning. Her stable boyfriend went missing. Elizabeth was crushing. Into danger went rushing to save her boyfriend Marty. Without the help of her party, tracked him off to a far-off tower. Was captured herself in less than an hour. Elizabeth, she was a teenager. She got captured and the party tried to save her. Elizabeth, the alchemist, they have her. ADHD, teenager. Elizabeth, why'd you go, Elizabeth? Now we know not to trust teenagers. Limited impulse control. Undeveloped frontal lobes. Like the frontal lobe, when it's not developed, they don't have executive function and can't stay on task.
All right, friends, welcome back. Before we get back into the action and learn more about this fascinating family and all of their pen names, we might have some announcements for you. Puck, who are we playing with today?
Pen names. I don't know. Sure, I don't know what you're talking about. I do. Anyways. Hello, and welcome back to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I am a very lucky dungeon master, and I like to take this moment in the middle of the show to talk about all these cool people that I do the show with and the things that they do out there on the internets, which is a series of tubes. Now, and we're going to start today with, I'm going to drop down in the middle from my view. We're going to start with Arcady.
Hello, I'm Arcady. You can usually find me on Twitter and Instagram and sometimes Facebook under Arcady Cosplay because I mostly cosplay. I dress up as fictional characters and make all the costumes for them, and it's pretty cool. So if you want to hang out with me and see me play dress up like an adult, you can come hang out with me on my Twitter, which is in the link. And yep, that's what I'm doing. I don't really have anything specific this week, aside from Asunder, which is Wednesday, and you can see me and other people in it.
All
right, I'm good.
Thank you so much. Hey, look, I mean, just like Lewis Black said, you're an adult. If you want to go to work as Batman, you can go to work as Batman.
And I
do. Penn, what do you got going on? I'm going all over the place today. I'm doing a pattern.
Well, first of all, segue, I'm also in Asunder. I'm bringing back Gary. So if you want to see Gary work through his issues, go check that out. So I'll be there. I also do some stuff here on our YouTubes. We recently had the latest episode of Necronoms, which was the pudding episode. It was really fun. I also Twitch stream some games every Monday and Wednesday night, except for not this Wednesday night because I'll be somewhere else. You already know about it. So Yeah, go check me out there and check me out on the YouTube as well at Noctum Sky. I'm also technically on Twitter. And that's
So,
really it.
I'm technically on a lot of things. Lilith, what do you got going on?
Oh, you know, Puck, you joined me last night
I
along with
did.
Penn and Arcady.
We defeated the old lady, the ghost lady.
Psycho Dolores, man, it's freaking creepy. If you guys are into horror games that are disturbing, I'm playing right now Visage once again, and I am like stepping into uncharted territory with a new chapter. I don't know. I'm scared. Anyways, it's gonna be on my YouTube channel, and we'll see if the same team can come out and join me again to help me get through it, because I'm a chicken and I scream a lot. Other than that, if you're not in for a horror game, I am getting into Calico. It is the cutest cat game ever. Penn just was... Oh, God. I don't know what to say. He loved it. Arcady loved it. I love it. It's so chill, especially with like animals. It's just an overdose of sweetness. So I'm planning to do that on not weekday mornings. I gotta work. Weekend mornings. Again, which you can find on YouTube. That's where I do most of my gaming. And I was too lazy to switch over to Twitch. So I'm also going to be working on a remake of Lilith now that I know how Void works. And if you want to check out an art stream instead, I'll be working on her again. And yeah, just catch me on DipperDog15 on YouTube and hit that sub so you get an alert of when I'm live.
All right. So be sure to check that out. And of course, we've got Gilberta. What have you got going on?
Literally nothing, except this wonderful. Hold on, let me finish.
Okay, no, do your thing.
Literally nothing except this wonderful channel and all the stuff that we have going on here, which is a lot right now. This week, it's already been mentioned. We got Asunder. I'll be there playing a whole new character that's got a kangaram thing. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Come check it out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And Trash Bin on Tuesdays when I'm not trying to catch up on all the editing that I'm behind on, which is for all the great shows that we have to come watch those on Saturday. So I'm tired.
And one of those shows is World Weavers, which we just got the first episode up on YouTube on Saturday. And you could see you in there if you want to go see you. Or if other people want to go see you, they can watch it too.
I'm there. You'll be there. It'll be great.
Yeah.
If you didn't see enough of it while you were editing it.
Yeah.
Yep. I would love to watch it for a 3,000th time. It's that good.
That's a ringing endorsement. Last but not least, Cashano, what do you got going on?
What don't I got going on? Hi, I'm Jonathan, also known as the Man Maker. I am the producer over here. I do a podcast with friend of the channel, Mendari. It is called Proficiency Bonus. It is a comedy D&D advice show. Dropping tonight, tomorrow morning. New episodes every Monday. We've got our last episode that we did with Dingo Doodles. Before that, we did some with Monty Glue, who's the DM of the Unexpectables. So, some fun guest stars there. If you want to hear us chit-chat about some bullshit, check it out on your favorite podcatcher. Proficiency Bonus. Also love to get give a shout-out to our friends over at Hero Forge, who sponsored this episode and all of the episodes recently that we've been doing. So be sure to check them out if you haven't seen them before. There's always new stuff. Even if you haven't been there in a while, there's always cool new stuff. They recently added like superhero tights. You can make like a colorful like cleric paladin character if you wanted, somebody with like armor and colorful hair from a weird island nation. If you wanted to make something like that. You can make
your own persona.
Yeah, and then you could share that link of that character in our Discord. Be sure to join our Discord. We got a great community. If you want your fan art to appear at the beginning and like at the break with everybody else's, we've got a fan art channel where you can drop it. Just make sure you sign it. We'll add it to the slideshow.
Absolutely.
And I'm doing TikTok shit because it's not as ridiculous as, I mean, it's as ridiculous as I thought it was, but it's not as horrible as I thought it was. So, check it out. There's some fun stuff out there. I've recently started doing like character advice, and Marty makes appearances, so you know, it's uncomfortable and entertaining and educational all at once.
And really, that's what the blurb on our show says.
It's our brand.
Yeah, that's our brand. That's what we roll with each and every day. That's what you get with the Mercs of Mischief.
Oh, I got a new 3D printer too, like an FDM one.
Oh yeah, show us the skull.
Check out this dope skull. What was the name of the person who designed this? I forget.
I only know the website. I know of another guy who printed it, and then that's where I got the website from.
It's up on Thingiverse, so if anybody wants that, pop over in our Discord and ask for it. I'll give you the STL if you have a printer too. Isn't that neat?
It's super cool. It's a really neat skull.
It's real nice. Maybe someday I'll get to roll dice in person. Maybe I should just start hand rolling my dice just so I can use it.
Well, look, I mean, maybe one day we'll all play a game in person. I would love at some point, if we're ever playing games in person, I'd like to get together. Maybe we'll play like Disney Villainous or something. That'd be fun. Anyway.
Yes, please. You can't take that back now.
No, look, I love that game. Let's do it. All right, so
I want to be Jafar.
When last we left our heroes, they had journeyed to the Quill Point Islands, the capital city of Scribe, where they have met with Penn Wright's cousin Kraylon, a golden armored individual who praises the sun and has colorful facial hair and hair. And they have been escorted into the Wright family castle, which, despite its grim Gothic decor, seems quite warm and welcoming. As everyone has come inside.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we get too deep into this, I also do want to mention, for those of you who aren't aware, we do this little post-credits thing. And thank you to David Mason, because
thanks, David.
Because David donated a cutscene to Penn. So stay tuned for after the credits today.
Ooh. Stay tuned. We got a post-credit scene rolled up. So, as you are all escorted into the grand hall of the Wright Castle, you see Stillis Wright perched on her throne next to her brother-in-law, Quill Wright. And Kraylon steps to the front of everyone, lifts his arms into the air, and shouts, "Dear father, my dearest aunt, it is with the greatest pleasure that in Lathander's holy light I present to you my cousin and his friends, returned to us once more, as the light did prophesize."
In my head, I'm like, Penn, are you sure your cousin's not a bard? He's got some excellent heraldry skills.
I don't think bards wear armor like that last time I checked.
I mean,
and I look pointedly at Cashano and his vest.
Could be a costume.
And, well, Cashano, who's also wearing armor that's too heavy for him and grants him disadvantage on lots of stuff.
That's fair.
That his big sister made him wear. And slowly, Stillis Wright rises from her throne and gingerly holds out her colorful dress as she descends the stairs down, walking up to Penn.
He is rigid. You can feel he's uncomfortable.
the people 3 towns over can feel Penn's discomfort. And she
Hello,
walks up to you.
Mother.
Hello, my son. It is nice to see you return after such a long time and so little contact.
I am very sorry. My studies have kept me very busy.
Yes, I can tell that you must have been doing it diligently, as you sent me so few messages.
Very. I have a whole, and I kind of open my book and flip the pages, thankful that I have a patron that just has pages of crap in it. And I'm just like, I've cataloged so many things, made so
Son,
many.
that book is empty.
Ooh, and I look down.
Only you can see the things that are written in that book.
Oh, I forgot to lift the enchantment. I don't want others. I'm sorry. You know how it is. Discovery is meant to be kept.
I can tell you must have been busy with all of your work, and I'm glad that you've made all of these new friends. Are they going to help you rule the kingdom when your time comes?
I have spoken with them on it. I'm making foreign relations in Faerun for the betterment of our people. We're making plans. And in the back of Awakened Mind, you can just hear like, oh my God, please, I'm lying. I'm lying. You know I'm lying.
I'm like, Penn, tell them no. You're part of our family.
No, yes, we absolutely want control of this kingdom.
This is a conversation for later. And to her, I'm just like, I'm working on the details of how that will come to fruition. How is my dear sister?
Yes, Pensilla is still out on her crusade.
Crusades, those, yeah. What a staple of youth.
Yes, she writes me often, though. I receive many letters.
Oh. She has to write, so she hasn't managed to learn sending. I see. Well, we can't.
No, I guess she didn't go to that expensive magic school.
So
but we can go through all of this later. For now, let's celebrate your return with a feast. And then we can talk about your flippant disregard for your responsibilities later.
So her dad's sick. Should probably go see him, shouldn't I, before I eat food? I feel like that's important. I'm real worried about Dad.
And your uncle, Quill, steps forward. The king is too ill to receive guests. I am tending to him. As his condition improves, I will ensure that he speaks with you.
I would like to insight check that man.
Yep.
I want to know if he is hiding some shit. And that'll be a 19.
All right. So we got a sea of insight checks. We got 19 from Cashano. We got 20 from Lilith. We got 14 from Gilbetta. We got 20 from Penn.
I'm not insight checking. I trust everything everyone ever tells me. I'm never going to insight check anyone ever.
They have a picture of them stabbing werewolves on the door.
Never going to insight check anyone ever.
Quill Wright is off-putting in every sense of the way. He looks completely different than everyone else here. The most disturbing thing is that, as far as fashion choices and demeanors, he's closer to Penn than any of his family.
Are you sure that this is not your dad?
Does he
I
seem
am-
concerned about the king, though?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
If you were to cast an evil vizier in a play, you would pick this man.
You're getting a bad sense, right, Cashano? Their awakened mind.
Oh yeah. This guy's not looking out for the best interests of the king. Guarantee.
Yeah, I'm sensing bad juju.
So glad we all share a brain link. I'm fine. We're fine. Let's. Thank you, Uncle. I'm glad to see you're doing well. You look pale as always.
As the sun rises and sets each day, I too shall persevere until my inevitable death.
Yep. I didn't awaken my usual. Please, somebody else say something. Anyone.
So what's up? I'm Gilbetta.
Oh, she's a cleric. This is my cleric friend.
I'm the headmistress over at the academy. How's it going?
Headmistress,
Yep.
you are a cleric as well.
Yep. I do a lot of stuff.
Have you mastered the storms? A cleric of Selune and a sea elf, I would imagine as much.
I do some storm stuff. A lot of storm stuff.
I really don't know why I expect anything else. It's just like, yeah, sure. Come on. This is totally storm stuff, dude.
Oh, look, there's storm stuff. Yeah,
Very well.
I'm big on the thunder. I like thunder.
Yes,
And water.
That is good.
I am Cashano the Quick. I'm simply a assistant to the headmistress here. But your son Penathan has been. Oh, I'm sorry, your nephew Penathan. Who we were talking
Yes.
about, has been quite an asset to the academy. I do have to say. Originally, we were trying to poach him as a student from Canterbury, but he proved himself so very talented that he immediately became a tenured professor.
That is
Tenure.
impressive.
It's been rather instrumental to our diplomatic relations as well, as he mentioned, of course. So, how long has the king been ill for? If you don't mind me.
Oh, it seems as though it has been a few seasons, I'm afraid.
Has he been getting better or worse?
He is in and out. I do what I can for him. It seems even the glorious light of Lathander is not enough to bring him back to his former exuberance.
I could check him out if you want. I get a pair of fresh eyes on it, whatever. No or not, no big deal. Whatever you do, you man.
Yes, perhaps the light of the moon would be a compliment to the magic you've been before.
The king, my brother, is quite strict as far as the traditions of his treatment. I will bring his request to you. I will let you know if it bears fruit.
Is the queen also not allowed to see him?
It is for the best. We are uncertain as to whether or not the king's illness can be passed to others.
Who else is allowed to see the king?
Only his physician,
Who dat?
me.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So I'm sorry. Are you a cleric as well, or?
Yes.
Simply so you're...
Do I not appear as a cleric to you?
Oh,
No,
I
he's
just
definitely
wasn't
look. No, you don't.
certain.
Cashano doesn't. He doesn't really get the. He doesn't. That he doesn't get the.
It's all a mystery to me. I haven't had much interactions with gods or, unworldly things.
Exactly. He's just a normal dude. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We're all super normal here.
Yeah.
Awake in mind with Penn, like he's a cleric. Penn?
He's a type of cleric.
Of what?
Man, take a guess.
I'm just saying this doesn't feel like Lathander type things.
We don't have time for games.
I'll
Penn.
turn my attention over to the queen. Though.
She has gotten up and walked back to her seat.
I also want to question Penn is where's Handy?
Handy's under my hat where Handy live.
Okay.
Handy do. Yeah, I will respectfully approach the throne. Your Majesty, thank you so much for your hospitality, welcoming us with such open arms. I do look forward to these. But I just hope that we can find some time to discuss, more political matters, as we are searching for potential outposts here in the Sea of Swords.
And as you have this discussion with the queen, you hear, "Oh, cousin, what is with all this talking of politics? We should be celebrating." And he drapes himself around Cashano. "Cashano, come join us for a feast."
That, close
we
enough.
must celebrate the Lord and Morning Lord.
While I was addressing the queen, I was trying to feel out, does she seem uncomfortable under any duress?
She doesn't appear under any duress. However, she is uncertain as to what exactly you are hoping to offer in exchange and what exactly you want. You can tell she's kind of sizing you up.
But your angle barred.
But she doesn't seem stressed about her brother-in-law?
No, she doesn't appear to be stressed about him.
Yes, let us feast.
Ah,
Quite
yes.
exuberant fellow.
The dining hall shall be prepared in mere moments. I shall lead us in prayer to the Morning Lord.
Absolutely. May his glory be praised.
Don't.
Cousin, I believe your room is prepared exactly as it was before you left. Would you like me to escort you there?
Sure, I'd love that. I mean, I know the way, but sure.
It would be my pleasure to lead you.
Okay. Pain.
Awake in mind. Do you want any of us to escort you?
Gilberta will come up. Gilberta will come up as they're like walking. If they're walking somewhere, and Gilberta will be like, on the way, I can tell you the story of this one time, these undead I killed, and she's gonna like launch into this great story of like slaying undead and like.
How valorous! You have slain many undead.
I love it. It's my favorite thing to do when
You
I
have
wake up in
sent
the
them to
morning.
their final rest with your holy light.
Hell yes, I will. Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Burned away their damned souls, you did.
Destroyed them, every last one.
Yes.
Crush their bones into a fine powder and offer it to the moon goddess.
Yes, may they finally rest.
Just ignore me, just gently petting my hat, making sure my hat's okay.
Is, who... I'll save it. Say, who's all in earshot?
As Kraylon goes to lead everyone to Penn's room, he is pulled aside and whispered to by his father. And then he nods in agreement. And then continues to lead you all along the way.
Am I gonna get assassinated?
No, we won't let you. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine.
Jabata's not letting Penn
Are
out
you?
of our sight.
Cousin, no, please.
I love you, cousin. It is for your own good.
Not letting Penn out of my sight.
Yay.
I've already
And-
almost died once. Died.
And Kraylon leads you all through these darkened halls, occasionally interrupted by this colorful Lathander banner, until you are brought to the room of Prince Penathan Wright.
We don't happen to pass by any like room that's obviously the king's or anything,
No.
do we? Okay.
Not this
Just
way. The castle could be described as labyrinthine. It's unusually large inside. As you move through the way, there are many staircases, twisting halls, and the place just sprawls in all directions. Once you're brought to Prince Penathan Wright's room, the door is opened for you by Kraylon. Cousin, I have business to attend to, but we must catch up. Perhaps you can join me on the midnight hunt.
And I look at Jabata and I'm like,
I want to so bad.
in a awakened mind, I'm like, you don't want that, I assure you. I'm almost certain. Cousin, I will have to take a rain check. I'm very tired from our journey, but perhaps, maybe.
I understand. I will ask you again tomorrow. I will pray to the sun's blessings for it.
Yes, I praise the sun.
Good day to you, sir. Good day to you, cousin.
I am going
Rest
to
well.
I'm going to enter Penn's room. In the awakened mind, I'm gonna say, nobody mind me while I stand here vacantly. I'm gonna check on something. And I cast Mislead, and I follow Kraylon.
All right. And you follow Kraylon.
Invisible Me follows Kraylon.
Yeah, invisible use follows Kraylon. Reg, what is the pose you have left illusory you in?
He's just kind of standing like this, and his idle animation is just basically looking around judgmentally, because if somebody comes in, it won't seem suspicious.
Yeah, right.
All right. And so, Penn, your room is about the way you've left it. The colorful Lathander banners are not here. It's a lot of grays and blacks. You have this luxurious four-poster bed dressed in the finest dark gray linens with these hanging kind of wispy, smoky curtains all over the place. A simple desk and a collection, a variety of bookshelves with various magical tomes and items on them. And there's this large arched window, tall and segmented with wood slats, that looks out over the rocky terrain into a forest.
Ooh. As soon as the door shut to everyone, I'm like, I just slump down with my back against the wall, just like, this is a lot.
You did good though. You're doing okay.
Yeah. Also, and I saw Cashano do that, and so we can't even see that he followed.
No, you just see illusory Cashano doing this the whole time.
But we know that it's illusory, right?
Yeah, he told you guys.
I did it in combat before,
Okay.
so yeah.
And I take that, and I'm like, that is a good point. And I snap, and Whisper pops out beside me. And since we're in just the prime material, it's just like a black cat. And I look at her and I'm like, go find Dad, please, and make sure he's not dying. And I'll sit on the bed and close my eyes and watch through her eyes and try to like lead her wherever I know he would be. And I'm like, oh, by the way, y'all could root through my stuff. I'm sure I've got embarrassing shit around here somewhere. And then I sit back down.
But it's like, so what's this hunt about?
Gilberta, they were killing a werewolf on the door. Put it together. Werewolf, midnight. What do you think they're hunting at midnight?
I mean, you don't know that it wasn't a bad werewolf. That's an assumption you made.
Wow. And I walk away from Gilberta again. To go poke through Penn's bookcase.
There are bad werewolves. Just like there are good ones. Just like with everything else.
So what's on Penn's bookcase?
Oh, there's a variety of like he said, there's magical tomes, and then there's like one shelf that's just like personal stuff, and there's just
yeah. What's in your personal stuff?
Just like think about like teenage like what is the name? What is it called? I forgot. There's a specific genre for like teen and
young adult.
Young adult. It's like there are some young adult
It's
novels
fucking Twilight.
in there. Yeah, like stuff like that, and like yeah, there's actually I'm gonna ask you, since you're in my room, to give me an investigation check if you're poking through my bookshelf.
I will investigate on this. I am a gossipy nosy bitch. I got a 12.
I'm gonna say that's good enough because I want it to be. So if you pull out any of those books, you can see there's a row tucked behind them in like a little alcove. And there's like, it's books on necromancy and like other magics that are like not necessarily what you'd associate with like lawful good people. All the stuff up front is very generic. It's like, you know, alchemy and just assorted studies on different arcane magics. But if you go back behind that, tucked back there are a few books specifically dedicated to that.
This is not a surprise to me, but seeing this, I tuck the front ones back up and make sure that the ones behind
necromancy,
are
young
hidden
adult
away.
novels like the Noob Necromancer and the
And I think it's adorable.
Teen Necromancer Beat magazines.
It's a poster of all the hot necromancer boy band hanging on the wall.
All the hot new like necromancers at the bottom. It's just like
Drawings of
raising your
his
best
necromancer
skeletons.
OCs.
Yeah. Raise your best skeletons, how to get your whites their whitest. It's all those kinds
I don't
of
judge.
A
don't judge, but
Sarax
I do
vacation
hide-
home. Exclusive
things.
plus.
I do
A
hide
Sarax
his more
hot new
serious
summer
stuff
look.
back again so that his family wouldn't find out.
So I'm gonna do Cashano's investigation first, if nobody else has any things they want to do in Penn's room. So, Cashano, if you're following Kraylon, Kraylon is making his way through these dusty halls. He always walks with a big smile on his face and like almost what you would think is exaggerated movements, but it's just the way this dude goes around. He's just like always he shines with a kind of exuberance that you would not expect from a normal person.
Don't trust that shit. Don't trust anyone that happened.
And he goes back downstairs through a series of doors into a giant cathedral hall. And his father, Quill Wright, is standing there in front of a statue of Lathander. Father, I have returned. Yes, I can see that. Did you notice anything about the people accompanying him? Some of them may be heretics, Father, but I trust my cousin's judgment on the company that he keeps. If he believes in them, then I believe in them as well. Yes. So it would seem. Keep an eye on them, my son. See to it that they don't get up to anything that would anger the Lord of Light. Of course, Father! The Lord of Light guides all of us each and every day. Yes. All of us, son. Now, you need to prepare. We shall have the feast, and you'll be leading the midnight hunt this evening. Yes, Father, it will be an honor. I am sad that my cousin could not join me, but he must be tired from his journey. It is understandable. I trust he will come with me the next time. I cannot wait to see how he smites in battle.
If they're going to go separate ways, I'm not gonna push this longer than half an hour because I've only got an hour on this mid-game thing. But if I still got some time, I will follow Quill.
All right.
See what he's
Kraylon
up to.
Departs. Quill looks around. And he carries a staff with a symbol of the sun wrapped in a golden circle.
I do want to mention I am like at the door. I haven't gone up right next.
Okay, look, I'm just saying.
Please start swinging that thing around.
And he waves a hand over the staff. And it turns into a roiling sea with clouds and lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And
Arcana or religion?
Religion, please.
'Cause I think I know what this is, but let's see what. Ooh, with an 11?
It's some kind of storm symbol. You feel like a buildup of static in this room.
Does this seem at all familiar to a temporary temple that I was once in?
Yes.
Okay.
Your hair is beginning to stand on end, and you smell ozone.
Yep.
Something is rising in this room, and you're starting to think it's not a safe place to be.
Nope. I was gonna say, as soon as I can feel that, I am back out of there.
As you do, you hear an electric jolt.
Yeah.
And the sound of some wood collapsing. And then he peeks around, changes the staff back, and continues out to prepare for the feast.
Yeah. So when I get back, if there's nobody in the hallway, I will just like knock on the door.
Kind of want to awaken mine and be like, everything okay?
Is Awaken Mind still open because Penn's doing a thing?
Oh,
it's not, because he's doing his thing.
Ooh, okay, learning something with this one.
So there's a knock on the door, but we'll get to that knock on the door in just a moment.
Yeah.
Because Penn, you are looking through the eyes of Whisper, and you know this castle. You roamed it since the days that you were young. The first place you go check is your parents' bedroom. And you are shocked to find that your father is not there.
okay. He's not. Is there any sign of anything out of place? Like, are his things still about, or?
There's no sign of anything out of place, and as you look about the room, it looks as though your mother is still using this room. So you think that perhaps they're keeping him somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess the next places I would look would be like, I'd start with maybe if we have like just an infirmary or like somewhere, and then after that, if he's not there, I would go to where I believe my uncle is staying if he's still in the same place.
So, you make your way to the infirmary. There is no one in the infirmary. It is suspiciously absent. Normally, the place would be, filled with villagers being treated for their wounds or guards. There's nobody there.
This is very bad. And yeah, I assume at this point I'm kind of like, I'm getting anxious, so I'm egging Whisper like, all right, we gotta, come on, get to wherever he stays down the hall. It's near the bottom. Oh God.
So you're sending Whisper out. You're searching, you're hunting. And you make it to your uncle's room. Your uncle's room is decorated with various potions and tonics, alchemical supplies, magical items, and religious symbols. There are walls of religious texts in this place, and he has a very simple, very basic wooden slat bed with a simple straw mattress.
Okay.
Very penitent environment. But it's not a joke, that's just what it is.
Uh-huh.
And there's no sign of your father there either.
I'm going to direct, because I am one of the only people that would know about this, I'm going to direct Whisper to hop on the bookshelf and try to paw at the space behind the books, like the little, where there would be an alcove, to see if that's still there.
You managed to squeeze it open just enough that Whisper can slip through. And you move through the secret passages and halls of this place. Your home, the place is used to sneak into when you want to get a little bit of necromancy study in without mom and dad knowing. And there is a room near the top, near one of the towers, where you used to keep a lot of your necromancy supplies. And in that place, you see a large bed, and laying out on that bed is your father, Graffy Wright.
How does he look?
He looks as though he is in a catatonic or comatose state. As you peer over him through Whisper's eyes, you can see that his eyes are wide open and he is breathing, but it is shallow and low. And he is making no movement.
Oh no. Is there anything hooked up to him? Is there anything else in this room, or is it just him there?
It's just him there.
So yeah, as because I can do this, I am going to try to cast Cure Wounds on my father through Whisper, because you can cast touch spells through your familiars. So any of you in the room see me with my eyes still closed, pull out of my bag the healing staff and try to cure just to test it, at least a first level cure wounds for 9 healing.
As you begin to cast Cure Wounds through Whisper, the spell lands, but your father's condition does not improve. He remains the same. And through Whisper, you hear the footsteps
under the bed.
Into the room.
Under the bed so fast. Please.
You step under the bed. And the footsteps of your uncle, Quill Wright, step into the room. Your son has come home, brother. He's brought with him all manner of beasts, devils. But you wouldn't know anything about it, would you? Oh, he's so soft. Don't worry. I'll make sure that we remain in the light. And keep us from the shadows of trespassers. And he taps his staff on the ground, and a small wave of force goes through the ground.
Is this like damaging or like?
Yes.
No, my baby.
And Whisper is desummoned.
Oh, this is bad. Has anybody?
I'll open the door for Kashano.
There's just no one there.
Yeah.
Oh,
You open the door and you feel like someone brushed past you.
Oh, it's
And then
Kashano.
hear a snap and the illusory Kashano disappears. Penn. Who precisely do you know? Who does your uncle worship?
He claimed to worship Lathander, but he did a lot of shady things and taught me things, so I didn't actually know if he...
Definitely doesn't. Has he
know.
ever mentioned a storm god or something? Jabetta, do you remember that temple that was there and then not? The one the Draculich eventually came out of that almost killed me?
Yeah.
Who was that? That was Storm Giants, right? Was that any particular god? Or I guess really just what do you know of storm gods? Because that's who's worshiping. Something about storms.
That's an 18 religion.
18 religion. There's actually a lot of storm gods.
I know, yeah.
So that doesn't narrow it down for you fully.
His staff. I'll describe the staff as best I can.
Yeah.
Nothing in particular.
It's the symbolism is a little vague. It's not specifically any one storm. It doesn't point to the symbol of any one storm god.
Yeah, he also it's too vague really, but he did ask me about if I'd mastered the storm.
Yeah.
When I got here.
Almost as if he's worried about you being able to counter whatever he has planned. Crayola, by the way, seems legit. I think he's just like a zealot. Maybe,
I think, he's like big zealot golden retriever.
Yeah, he seems like very into the rhetoric and all that. But yeah, Quill, Uncle Q, he's definitely up to some shit. Were you close, Penn, before you left, you and he?
While this whole conversation has been going on, I've been listening, but I frantically went to my closet and pulled out a brazier and am putting things into it and saying things, and I'm like, I was close with my uncle at one point. He's the one that introduced me to necromancy and the fact that it didn't have to be something that was forbidden. Naturally, as I got older, I realized some things about him and the nature of that, and I'm still cast. Essentially, I'm doing Find Familiar over here in the corner, trying to get Whisper back. But he's got my father locked away in a hidden place up in his room, and he's in some sort of comatose state, and he definitely realized someone was there because he killed my familiar, and I'm not sure how safe we all are.
Well, here's my concern. Would he be willing to kill you to gain power?
I don't know anymore.
Because the only reason I can think he would have kept your father alive this time, because I'm assuming that this monarchy has a traditional.
Are you next in line?
Patrilineal succession, yeah?
Technically, yes, it would be me. And I don't want it. I feel like I've expressed issue with it in the past. I try not to bring it up now, which is why I kind
What place in line is he?
Oh, for him, it would. I mean, if my father had no direct lineage to pass it down, but I mean, he'd have to go through me, and then it's been so long, I don't remember if it'd be my sister or him next, but he would definitely be in that running.
So he's like top.
He's
3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a
either second or
recommendation
third.
that I think you won't be too resistant to. Might piss off your mom, but in order to prevent your immediate assassination, a public renouncement of your claim to the throne may be in order.
All right. Well, my issue with that is I don't want my uncle taking the throne because that might be the only thing keeping my father alive right now.
There's also that.
If I release my one grasp on the only hold I have here, then he'd have no one else in the way. He might be using my father as a bargaining chip because he might still think. He spoke with me on several occasions. He knows that I don't think the way my family does. I never saw the side of him to the degree that I have seen today and what has been alluded to by other things that have happened, but he always looked at me as someone he was teaching that was more in line with his thoughts and beliefs on things.
Maybe we could root him out if we put on a play. No, Lilith, you have something?
Yes. Penn, have you tried messaging your father in his state?
I don't think it would work.
You're guessing then.
I mean, he's in a coma. From what I can tell, he's asleep or.
Can't you communicate with those sleeping?
His body's out. Maybe his body's still active.
I can't at the moment. Regardless, I would have had to have used Whisper, and my uncle is apparently watching that room very closely.
Oh, that's right. You have a familiar. I'd completely forgotten.
Yes.
I have another suggestion, actually. I'm not to be too presumptuous, but clerics take word of their god quite seriously, correct?
It looks at Gilbetta.
Quite literally above.
This is going to.
Well, what if We get in contact with the most influential person on this place and act as their god to play the situation in our favor. I kind of learned how to enter people's dreams and become whatever I want and can deliver a message.
Oh, I like this, Lilith. We don't need the most influential person. We just need the biggest zealot.
What?
I think
Cousin! It is time for a feast!
Oh!
Yes. Popping into Awakened Mind, I don't think he's above killing his father if his god tells him to.
This is going to a dark place.
Are we the bad guys, guys?
Oh, hell yeah, we're the bad guys.
No, we just write our own play.
And I'll also throw in there, Penn, if your father were to die, do you think your uncle would be seizing the opportunity quickly? Perhaps.
I don't.
Like perhaps within an hour? Like if you were to use your familiar to go cast a touch spell that had been given to you through a tattoo to make your father seem dead, and then you were to publicly renounce the throne just before that? Do you think that your uncle would claim the throne, and then when your father returned to life, miraculously, by the power of Lathander, perhaps your uncle's greedy ways would be exposed? I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
That put his dad in danger? He won't need him anymore.
Well, no, his dad would, come back to life immediately. Oh, hey!
So wake him
Yeah.
up.
Oh, hey,
Feast!
man.
What?
Cousin.
Hello.
The dinner is prepared, cousin. It is time to celebrate your return to the Thunder's light.
Yep. Real happy about that. All the color is gone in my face. I am.
What little there was to begin with.
Right. Fear.
Right, let's go.
Come on, I have prepared a seat right next to you.
Great.
Charming.
Yes.
Say,
Yes,
Craig, man, you seem like a man who enjoys a good stiff drink, yeah? We have one brewed by mystical methods, said to make you more in touch with the gods.
Ha! Excellent. I had thought that my cousin brought me no gifts.
Look over at Lilith. Fuck it, we got a plan, baby.
Yay. Oh.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine.
It's great. We're gonna convince your cousin to kill his dad.
Ah.
Not where I was going, but I mean,
I love
Kashana's for it.
So he is eager and ready to lead you all down to the dinner hall.
Okay, great. And if I got that done, I will snap Whisper back out of existence, but still, you know.
Yeah, you get
around.
Whisper back, and Whisper gives you kind of like a little reassuring mew, being like, "I'm back. It's okay."
I'm so sorry.
So great about this midnight hunt. Will your father be joining us?
No, father tends to the cathedral and to the king. I lead the midnight hunt.
What exactly is hunted in the Midnight Hunt? Just wondering.
Heretics!
Which are specifically?
Well, we'll know when we find them.
Yeah, of course.
The color. No one can tell because she's fluffy, but the color has drained from Norvog's face as well.
Did your fur just droop?
Yeah, just a little. Her little
Oh,
ears are
that's-
just a little bit.
That's a flag.
And I stare Gilbetta dead in the eyes at this moment.
Say it.
Do you pregame before the hunt?
Pre-game.
Pregame. It's the thing that we do in our place. So,
Oh, do
Do you perhaps execute heretics before you go on your hunts?
Well, no, we like to have a nice, strong drink at a banquet, you know.
We do a variety of things, not just one thing. So, I mean...
To get in touch with his holy light.
Just wanted to share a little thing that we do to you.
Yeah.
Friend?
We'll all have a
I
drink
know
at the
my
banquet.
cousin is a himbo, but he can still make insight checks.
Yes, he can.
He can certainly fucking try.
Ooh. Wisdom versus charisma, all right.
Concern.
The bard team over here is just like, want to get drunk with us before you go out?
Yeah.
He's taking
Well,
us
there
to a
shall
banquet.
be-
He's talking about partying. I think he's down.
There shall be plenty of drinking and food before the midnight hunt. We will have a great feast this night. Perhaps I will join you for some of your special drink.
You won't regret it. It's one of a kind.
Ah, be careful. We cholerics have a firm constitution.
Indeed.
Hmm.
All right.
So,
Oh, okay.
he's ready to lead you all down to dinner.
Fantastic. Let's go to dinner. Let's have some drinks.
Let's have an awkward family dinner, everybody.
Good.
All right. Is anyone putting on any other clothes, or are we just wearing our adventuring gear to dinner?
I am absolutely 100% wearing my armor and taking my weapon to dinner.
Yeah.
I want to volunteer being a performer. Wow.
That was just out of the middle of nowhere. Like I watched you get that idea in real time.
I love it. My favorite.
All right. You can volunteer to be a performer.
Yay.
How do you present this to Kraylon?
Present the idea or present the performance?
Present the idea.
Oh. I guess I'll just introduce myself. I'll be like, hi, I don't think we actually met. Name-wise, I'm Lilith.
Hello, Lilith.
I'm well known over in Neverwinter. Quite famous. And
I see.
Okay.
To know that even a devil like yourself could be redeemed in the light of the morning lord.
Is that right to her?
Cousin, no, who? Just pushing him forward because we gotta talk. We should talk before dinner, cousin. We should really have a conversation.
I link arms with Lilith to one, both comfort her and to keep her arms in mine in case she decides to attack.
So we're all fine with making this guy kill his dad now, right?
Oh yeah, I'm for it. So for it. I'm gonna sing the hell out of tonight.
But because I think we're about 3 steps,
still-
you and I, from being hunted tonight, Lilith.
Well, we'll see who's hunting who. Awaken mind in this.
You still have not presented your idea
Yeah, you
to
haven't.
Kraylon.
You haven't. Actually...
I don't care. It's just gonna come out random in dinner.
Okay, good talk. And then just-
Great talk. It's gonna be a great surprise.
Oh, yes, she's a legendary voice, singing the praises of Lithanda straight to the heavens. I highly recommend you invite her to sing for you.
So you will lead us in a hymn.
Whatever pleases you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. May the light of the morning lord bless all of you.
And there is the most genuinely helpless, sad look on Penn's face as he turns around, pushing his cousin away. And you can just hear him I know this is horrible. He's a moron, and it's really bad here. I'm gonna do what I can. Understand, please.
Are you against the idea?
Of which thing? There's so many things.
To take down your uncle.
The patented Mercs of Mischief strategy of discussing 12 plans, agreeing on none, and then going to dinner.
Yep. Wing it.
You are all invited into the hall. And there's this massive banquet table. There are seats set out for all of you. Seated at the head of the table is Queen Stillis, and at the lower end of the table is seated head cleric Quill Wright. And then there is room for all of you to sit down, and there's this lavish spread. The hall itself is a long room, not terribly wide, so just a few feet from each of you is a guard resplendent in the kind of golden armor that Kraylon wears, each of them carrying a shield and sword. A total of 6 of them in the room with you.
Now, come on, you wouldn't be counting unless we had a fight.
Look, I'm just letting you know what's there. And you are all brought to be seated at the table.
Yes. Oops, I thought I was muted. Sorry.
I sit next to Lilith. I'm
Somebody just
staying
read the
with
details
Lilith.
of a spell.
Are there
And-
like place cards to tell us where to sit?
There is only a seating for Penn, and you guys are kind of left to wherever you want to go. Penn's spot is right next to his mother, with Kraylon on the other side.
There's that look when I walk up and see the place cards and know this already, and there's that helpless look back of like, oh no.
So which of your friends is going to take the seat directly across from you?
That's up to them.
If it's available, I will have a seat there to just be able to grab control of the conversation.
Very well. You take the seat next to Queen Stillis on the other side.
I'm gonna sit down near to Quill.
All right. You take the seat down near Quill. There is one seat left on Cashano's side and one seat left on Penn's side.
Go to Penn's side.
All
To
right.
Kashano.
All right. The dinner is nice. Kraylon leads everyone in an exuberant, loud, booming prayer before dinner begins. And if you've ever been to somebody's house for dinner where there's like definitely conflict going on, but nobody's acknowledging it, and all that you hear is the sounds of dinner happening, and this tension is hanging in the air, that's what you're experiencing right now.
I don't know when to do this because it's near the end.
Just in the mind. So Lilith, you can enter his dreams. So we need him to pass out, or you can do this message from the gods thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I can, enter the dream. And before that, I can give a performance and charm them so they go to bed.
Oh,
we can use Cookie's Mead.
You can just put him to sleep.
I mean, I'll see what my command does once I charm them. That or Cookie's Mead. So we got, backup.
I mean,
It knocked
Mead
you out
seems
a
like a
couple
try.
times really well.
Yeah, but I don't exactly have a cleric's constitution. Let's give it a try then.
forgetting that bit.
I love that I have 2 levels of anxiety going on right now because I'm dealing with my family and then listening to my friends talk about how they're going to try to fight or throw this over my family. And I'm like, yeah, but what if they don't fall asleep? Because then that's a problem.
Everyone has to sleep eventually, Ben.
It's just like there's a fork in my hand and absentmindedly it has bent a little bit.
Ben, what do you want?
Just don't want any of you to die, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about that. We'll be fine. Your Majesty, has your son told you any of the stories of his great triumphs in spreading the word of the light?
There is the sound of silverware being placed on the table. As head cleric Quill stands. My queen, I unfortunately cannot go on with this charade much longer. It is my great displeasure to inform you that your son is a heretic and a practicer of necromantic magic. And we're going to end today with that.
The hypocrisy.
It's okay,
Why do you think he taught you?
Oh, you're the scapegoat.
Long con. It's the longest con.
You come on. Our plan's really good. We're going to take this sucker out.
Yeah.
You can't still like him still.
I never liked him.
Okay.
Just for my reference for next week.
Of course.
Gilberta, do you have Zone of Truth prepared?
Probably not.
Are we doing like a Phoenix Wright thing over here? Oh, look, more right. Objection.
Because it's just so easy to evade.
Yeah, you guys. Plus, you guys have so much persuasion skills.
Oh, yeah, it's not for them. Fine. We'll worry about it next week.
I see where you're going.
We'll worry about it next week when the awkward family dinner continues. With Penn being accused of being a heretic.
Oh, if things are really bad, you can put an ice shell around us.
But a lot of
Nobody leaves this room until we settle this.
So that's our show for today. Tune in next week when this stuff goes down. Tune in Wednesday for Asunder. Tune in Tuesday. We're going to play a video game of some kind. And be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. All of that cool stuff. We can't do this show without you guys. You're the guys who make it happen. So help us put as many eyes on this as possible to help us grow, and we can do more cool things and sponsors and giveaways and all this cool stuff and try to give back to you guys as much as possible as well. Thank you so much to my incredible cast. Thank you to Penn for letting me torture him with awkward family drama for 2 episodes. maybe 3. We'll see how it goes. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, class dismissed. Stay tuned for the post-credit scene and the raid.
It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role-playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles. Maybe it's just me, but you guys won't.
No, we won't.
You guys just don't.
No, we don't.
Follow a single plotline through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do.
Under the wake of the Sea of Swords, drifting down towards the bottom of an underwater reef, a small crab by the name of Clawford, with his newfound treasure in tow, heads home to begin an uprising. As he drifts down, He approaches through the city streets. He lives in a reef neighborhood. He's known of the injustices here for a long time, and he has sought a way to change the tide of battle for justice for his people. And with the newfound treasure gifted to him by a particular sea elf, he saunters up to a large coral castle where the king crab resides. Brandishing his blade, he enters with a fanfare as he greets the king and points his blade thusly.
Clawford, you dare bring that to my kingdom?
King, we have suffered under your reign for far too long.
You know my name is Clablor.
I dare not speak it. I would not have filth on my tongue. And he kind of tilts the blade down and looks down at him. I will give you one last opportunity, King. I have been gifted this by the gods, and it will be that which vanquishes you.
You think your shiny trinket gives you the power to challenge me? The King Crab! It's in my name!
The time of kings is over. Today, I usurp you, and tomorrow, we take the Crab Shack.
Then it is time for Cloplocked!
And so, Cloblocked is declared. The King Crab and Clawford approach one another on this field of battle. One armed with a sword. Well, I guess a crab would be a sword, but a dagger. The other with a large pincering claw and all the clout in the world. And if you want to know how this ends, you're going to have to donate again.
There was adventure, but you guys wouldn't venture. Instead, you said the mountains looked real nice. Middle of winter, you went to the hinter, lands of permafrost and frozen ice. You hid from every danger, you wizard, rogue, and ranger, and found the perfect valley for your quest. In the lands of no man, you guys built